And we are live.
All right. Jeez. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's session of World on Fire. Very non-patriotic session, as we're all spending it here and not with our family.
Screw it,
Quick,
this is
I'm
how
gonna play
I'm
the communist
celebrating.
theme song.
Sorry, today's a holiday.
I'm playing 7 straight hours of D&D today. How else would I celebrate?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
I can't think of anything more patriotic. You have the freedom to do that.
I
Yeah.
also have a double session of D&D. This is my second time playing today.
Nice.
I shut off a single firework in Minecraft. I'm good.
Nice.
Aw, dang, that's a good idea.
I slept in.
All
I
right.
went kayaking.
So, where we last left off, the party was making their way north, following the
Oh God, that's
the-
right.
the blind death march of Shilk's target.
Yeah.
And on
Which
their
wa-
way, they learned more about Rowan's new ghost powers and hung out a bit
And ghost trauma.
and stuff and things. Yeah. And then at the end of their travel, after making several course corrections, because Shilk's target seemed to be moving, they finally saw on the horizon that the target seems to be within the flying city of Aor, the city of wizards and other types of mages who have denounced the will of the gods and started to make their own type of civilization away from the gods. So yeah, the party started making their way towards the city with the plan of flying above the city and dropping in.
That sounds about right.
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
So remind me what your plan is, the exact measurements and whatnot.
Okay.
Kayla, I think, had it down.
I should have written it down, but I was too busy being flabbergasted that this was the plan we were going with. But
What
I
else is
believe
new?
the plan was for Featherfall to get cast on everybody that needs it before we all turn invisible. That way we have it.
Uh-huh.
And then
Jump.
we all go invisible in the various ways that we are capable.
Yep.
And then we jump.
And jump and fall into Aor.
How high above the city are you parking the ship?
Oh fuck, we had established this last week,
I
and none
believe
of
it was
us
like
wrote it in.
No, I think it was like 300 feet because
I think we said 300, so that way we'd have enough time with Featherfall that we wouldn't come
Yeah.
careening to the ground and die.
yeah.
All right. So 300 feet above the city. And then are you engaging stealth mode?
And then we're
Yes.
putting the ship into stealth mode.
Well,
Yeah.
before we
Okay.
get near the city, we're in
Yeah.
stealth mode.
Yeah.
And I have a quick question, since we said we're going about 300 feet above the city. Are any buildings high enough to hit that? Just to making sure.
Yes, there are many towers that shoot up out of the city.
Then we might want to go a little higher so we don't hit a tower.
All right.
Well, I assume that, like, the city is bigger than our ship.
Yes, it is much
Yeah,
bigger than the
Like,
ship.
I feel like that there's not just, like, 300-foot tall towers all over the city. Like, I feel like there's probably an area where there are not
Yeah.
300-foot
Yeah.
You
tall
want to
towers.
risk a tower smacking into the ship? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're putting ourselves in the trajectory of, like, the city's going one way, we're not going to put the ship in front of the city to, like,
Yeah.
crash into it.
Is there a way that we can position the ship so that it would not get hit by any tall buildings?
I would
Yes,
assume so.
it is easy to do that, as the towers that shoot up out of the city, they do, like, it's not all over the city. There's like maybe like a dozen towers that seem to stretch above the rest of the skyline that is the city.
Alright, so that's downtown. Got it.
Well, like they're not like all lumped together. They're kind of spread out.
Yeah.
the 12 towers.
Okay.
Let's be real. This is a population where not everybody decided to build a wizard's tower to overcompensate.
Exactly.
Some people built Red Lobster instead.
Hey, those Cheddar Bay biscuits are magical.
Never
They're a
had
fucking
it.
miracle.
We're getting sidetracked. Okay, parking the city or the
Yeah.
parking the ship.
Parking. Yeah. Put the ship on. Parking brake mode.
Engage stealth mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
How many-
who is engaging the stealth mode?
Yeah, how many hours of stealth mode do we want?
Max it out.
Yeah. I think we've got to.
Crank
We
that
don't know
dial
how
all
long
the
we're
way
going
to
to be
10.
here, so
Yeah, I think we've got to give it as much time as we can, so that by the time the city continues moving, it's far enough away from the ship that when the ship disengages, the city's not going to be like, "Oh, what's that?"
I mean, our big hope is that we're in and out probably way before that's even an issue.
Yes.
Okay, so around
And-
like 8 or 9 hours?
Yeah. Because then, in the event that we are able to wrap it up in like 4 or 5 hours, we get back to the ship, and we still have a couple hours of stealth mode to work with. Because we can only
Alright.
do that once a day, right?
Once a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think that overclocking it now to as high as you can. That
Okay.
way, if we have
Yeah.
the extra time by the time we get done,
Yeah.
we've got a little wiggle room.
I guess I should I said once a day, but like so it's more once a day without problem.
Oh, like, continued usage is possible. Need to make some checks.
Yeah, so the way it works is that it's very similar to the stealth systems of the Normandy from Mass Effect, if anyone's familiar with that.
Yep.
Where
Friday.
for those who are not familiar, basically it's keeping all of like anything that can be detected. It's keeping that internally inside of
Yep.
the ship. But after a certain amount of time, the ship starts to overheat, and that's why it's safe to do it only once a day. If you start going past that period, like if you start doing it more than once a day, like more than like 8 or 9 hours, then you start to get into people like starting to die of heat exhaustion as the ship quickly starts to boil everybody inside.
Nice.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's why I said once a day. It's more just like you can use it more than once a day. It's just like how many slots you're putting into it. Once you get past like that 8-hour period of constant stealth mode is when you have to turn it off or people will start cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 hours.
8 hours is the max without any problem.
Okay. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Okay, so we'll go full 8 hours.
Okay. Dumping 8th level spell slot into the stealth system to get that full 8 hours. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys do that, and you fly up 300 feet above the city. As you're doing that, anyone that would like to survey what's going on in the city can make a perception check.
Love to survey what's going on in the city.
Absolutely.
Especially since while we're stealth, I can't really use sensors, can I?
That is correct. You can't use your sensors while stealth. That would.
Wow, I rolled shit.
I mean, you're all as good as Joe.
Here's my question: is it sunny out?
I rolled
Is it
14 numbers
daytime?
lower than Joe.
This would be. Let's see. You guys are in the far north. I don't think we ever figured out what time of year it is. So let me just roll that real quick. What
Okay.
time of year did you guys come back from hell?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay, so it is fall, autumn.
Okay.
So that puts you at normal normal sun patterns in the north. So we'll say it's like afternoon. So it is sunlight out.
All right,
Alright.
sick.
So that does mean we can potentially get
Doesn't
in.
matter.
That means we can potentially get in, like, as it's setting. So, we can blend in a bit more during night.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we totally blend in.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm gonna need some help getting a disguise together so that I don't look like a cleric.
We're just gonna throw a poncho over you.
And who's providing said poncho?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a sheet. I'm gonna cut a head-sized hole in it on the diagonal, and I'm gonna throw it over Axiom's head.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
And
Are you
are you proficient with weaver's tools?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It finally came in handy.
So then you can go ahead and make a proficient wisdom check if you have a
Oh.
skill that's wisdom based you're proficient in. You can
I'm
just use that,
so glad.
like survival or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
survival.
I'm so glad that all that work we put in finally is coming in handy so that we can make a poncho. Oh my god.
If need be, we
Oh,
can
that's
also use
so
my
funny.
old prisoner's clothes.
No, that would be worse.
Yeah.
We're trying to make me look not like a cleric, not like a beggar.
All right. So yeah, nice blank white sheet
Mm-hmm.
over the cleric's religious iconography. Sounds good.
It just
Definitely does not look like a clan member without their hood.
I could hear the quotation marks when he said the word good.
No, like it doesn't look like it's made from a sheet. It's just like a blank white poncho now. It's just interesting how much it lacks.
If need be, put like a fucking. If need be, we can like put up like a hood, maybe like cape, and figure some shit out.
Hood would make it worse. Then you'd go
Hood-
full clan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too clan. Way
No,
too
I think
clan.
just listen. If I had rolled better, maybe I could pull off some like tasseling on the poncho, but
Yeah.
just
I'm
go
sure we had
full
enough
into the
time
mid
in
two
getting to the
thousands.
ship, or getting to the city.
Well, he's also the one flying though.
Yeah.
One can only do so much on an active
It's
All right.
fine.
body.
Cool.
Mhm.
So you make the poncho. You go into stealth mode. You fly 300 feet above the ship, and you all look out to perceive and stuff.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So, let's see here. Rowan, Shilk, Gesh, and Vanya. The four of you notice that there's. It looks like there seems to be some remodeling going on in the ship, and in the city, as there are segments of the city that look to be a bit kind of exploded, with kind of smoke coming out of the rubble of those areas of the city.
Just a little bit.
Vanya and Rowan, you can see on some of the taller, larger buildings that there are what looks to be large, kind of illusory projections of various humanoids with a kind of like scrawled across, like above and below the pictures of these said humanoids' faces, wanted in several languages.
Oh, no. Who are these people?
You do not recognize any
Oh,
of these
thank God.
people, as they are all wearing various various masks of like depicting different kind of like creatures.
Yeah.
You see one creature who has like a dragon mask, one who has a like a bird mask, like a hawk or an eagle or something.
Right, so looking for Anbu Black Ops. Got it.
Another one who has what looks to be kind of like a bull helmet with like horns going up. And one which is a wolf helmet.
Yeah, can we assume that this is the people that the gods sent into the city?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I already wrote it in my notes.
What did you say? There was a wolf mask? A what? An eagle?
A wolf,
Eagle.
some kind of bird of prey like an eagle,
Okay.
a bull, and a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, I kept. But you were saying a bowl, like a
No, like
You
a
mean
like
I
a
was like,
male cow.
Jesus.
A male cow with horns and shit. He kind of looks like a minotaur, but it's not like an actual bullhead. It's a mask.
Sorry, wolf, bull, eagle, and what was the fourth one? I kept getting hung up on bowl.
Dragon!
Dragon.
Thank you.
God.
I just kept thinking of a bowl like on someone's head. I was like, that's not even a mask. I was like, that's not even a mask. That's just a.
Oh my god, it's just like a vase. Just a vase covering their head.
It's like, who should really
God.
Oh my god.
Senor
I'm crying.
Buckethead.
That is
Okay.
so stupid.
Upon seeing all of these posters and what's going on, I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and I'm going to say, I mean, we did know that there were going to be other people here fighting.
Mhm.
That's what Watching Wolf told us. Whatever,
Mhm.
whatever name he's going by currently. I just
Uh,
remember that it's not Asher.
It's the Wolf of War now.
Wolf of War.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right,
I'm
one of
just
his
gonna start
many
calling him
pseudonyms.
I'm just going to call him the Wolf.
That's fitting.
Moving forward.
He's just not Asher.
Okay, so it's good to know. Okay, so it's good to know to picture Leonardo DiCaprio.
So I think we
Oh, that's the Wolf of Wall Street. If anything,
Jesus Christ.
that's his sister.
Me.
Hey,
Hi,
Tori, we already
Tori.
started.
Fine.
and it's already chaos.
Yes, don't worry, we haven't jumped out of the ship yet.
Wonderful.
Not yet. We're above the city. Parts of the city look like it's been blown up / are under repair. And there are projections above the city of wanted posters of people wearing a wolf mask, a bull mask, a bird mask, like a bird of prey mask, and a dragon mask. And that is what we are currently discussing. Do we want to try and use the fact that they're causing trouble to our advantage and, like, try to use that as cover? Or do we want to try and meet up with them? Or is it better to just keep us separate?
I would recommend not incriminating yourself into any
Yeah.
crimes. As the one person here probably associated with some form of law, you do not want to be associated with somebody currently doing crimes in a major city.
Axiom, we're about to do crimes in a major city.
We're going to do so many crimes. We're literally about to go murder someone.
Yeah, we are here to kill someone, and
There's
I
no way
think
around
if it
that.
happens along the way, maybe break somebody out of prison because we have a friend that's still here. We think. Last we checked.
Okay.
Yep.
I should clarify. It's easier to get away with one charge than it is to also get rid of the effect of like aiding and abetting, and also either.
I don't think we'd get away with any charges in this city after what happened last time.
Yeah, I mean, we are also technically still probably wanted in this city, just not giant projection wanted poster worthy.
Also keep in mind that whereas you would have like points to his chest, us charge you over in Vesselheim or somewhere else, you're gonna have to face a wizard court, and I don't think they're gonna be just as kind.
I don't plan on staying here long enough to face any kind of court.
So I would recommend minimizing the amount of charges they can put against you.
That's the only reason why I was asking. Do we think it's more beneficial to what we're here to do to avoid them and hide in the chaos that they're causing, or to try and meet up with people that have been causing problems here and learn what they know.
I think if we happen to come across them, that's fine. If not, I think we don't actively search for them.
Yeah.
Even then, the chance that they would actually trust us would be quite slim too. So.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be more along the lines of, the enemy of my enemy is my friend sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they might trust us only because we're also here, not for Aor.
Or they just won't believe a word we say because, oh, look, they're just trying to work their way in with us.
You do
Also,
know that
most of you are spellcasters that are not divine in nature. I hope you remember that.
I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you if I'm divine in nature or not. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. We lost track of that a long time ago.
I think like 50-50 at this point. I think the only ones that need to worry are, I think, really you and Saga.
Let's also keep in mind. Let's also try to avoid anything that has to do with Amity's parents.
I mean,
I have a feeling that's going to find us.
yeah. I think that's inevitable.
In which case, good luck trying to explain knowing a cleric to your dad.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You know that she is.
I
Never
am.
Dabbles.
I dabble. Books are cool.
All right.
Just continue to confuse Axiom at every turn.
Oh, I just realized I'm so glad I took this subclass because now I don't give off a weird glow. Oh, thank
You're glad that you
God.
don't.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God I don't let off a 5-foot glow anymore. Now I just consume natural light, however, so let's not walk by any fires, okay? Because they're just gonna snuff out. I forgot about that part.
Care to elaborate? So you don't give off light, but if we walk by anything that's lit, it's gonna snuff out.
Natural light. Yes.
Cool.
Do we also have to worry about you not giving off a shadow too?
I mean, so just to clarify, Rowan looks like a ghost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you
Whether or
can
not
see
she
through
gives
her.
off a shadow is irrelevant.
Yeah.
We can see
Yeah.
through her.
Yeah, I'm a bit, translucent, if you will.
All right. All right.
But it's
shall we-
fine because I can just go into one of you and then tag along.
Yeah.
I mean, feel free to
I'm
possess.
just- I'm
Feel
just
free to
gonna
possess
give
the cleric.
blanket. I was gonna say I'm just gonna give blanket consent.
Yeah. If you need emergency possession, go for it.
All right, cool.
Okay. Are we ready?
I take it, cargo bay.
Yeah. Before I pop Watcher into his demi-plane, pick him up so I can look at him square in the eye, and say, I'm going to put you in your demi-plane for a little bit. The next time I pop you out, we need to be very quiet. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of looking at you, slightly cross-eyed.
You're a good boy.
I want to ask why the dog's cross-eyed, but at the same time, I don't.
I think it's
What
because
is
he's
the
too close to her face. And so he can't actually look at her without, going cross-eyed.
Hey, you ever seen a dog look at his nose? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Alright. Give him a little scritch, and then I pop him into his demi-plane because we don't got enough invisibility for that.
Okay.
And as Watcher hops into his demi-plane, I hop into Vanya.
All right,
All right.
let's go.
All right. So you guys jump out, and who is casting the Featherfall?
That'd be me.
All right. That's you and 5 others.
I got wings.
Yeah, I think we had it figured out the last
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, we
did.
had it all figured out. I got wings, so I don't need
And
it.
I don't
Okay.
need it. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
technically could also just fall and be totally fine. But
Yep.
I'm in Vanya now, so it also doesn't matter.
Okay. So it's yeah. Wait, no, 5 total.
Yeah.
So we got
1, 2,
and
3,
Gesh
4,
is
5.
flying.
Mm-hmm.
There's 7 of you. Okay, Rowan's inside. Yeah. Okay, that's 5 plus Gesh. Got it. Okay. Just want to make
We're
sure.
good. Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
We had like elaborated on this so much last week. I think we
Cool.
had figured it
All
out.
right, so you guys got the Featherfall going. You're slowly descending towards the city, and then you cast your invisibilities.
Yes, I'm casting it on 4 people. Somebody else was casting it on themselves.
Okay,
Because I can only get up to 4.
think it
including
was-
yourself.
Myself, yes. 4
So-
includes myself.
Okay, so you plus 3 other people.
It's
That-
probably going to be myself, Amity, Saga, and I don't know who between Gesh and...
Yeah, who is the other person that can cast
Yeah,
invisibility?
well- Gesh had greater, I think he said.
I do.
Yeah.
That only lasts for a minute, though.
Yeah,
But
and
we're
I-
not going to be falling from
Yeah,
one.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting
And
everybody
then-
but Gesh.
Okay. Well, that still leaves one person out, because there's 6 of you, and you can cast it on 4, and Gesh can cast it on himself. So that leaves one person out.
I can twin it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what we'd established something last
Okay.
week. Yeah,
Okay.
that worked.
So 4 of you are regular invisible, 2 of you are greater invisible, Gesh, and who else? Just in case it matters.
Whoever
get
you
to
guys
pick, Joe.
get, so.
So who else would be the most important to be able to do something else and not drop invisibility? Is what it comes down to. Like if somebody needed to cast a spell or something.
Well, we don't want Axiom casting spells. I say in the back
No.
of your mind. So probably Shilk.
Yeah,
Probably
Shilk.
probably Shulk or Amity, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Shulk.
So
Yeah.
Shilk and Gesh, greater, everybody else, normal.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And you guys slowly descend down towards the city.
Oh, I would also just like to preface this before maybe it comes up later, since we did talk about it last week, but just to be safe. We discussed with the goblins, don't do anything stupid.
The goblins start jumping out of the ship after. No, just kidding.
I
Please,
scare them into
please,
staying
please.
in the kitchen and just like they go from kitchen to bedroom and that's it.
Alright. Alright. And you guys descend down, and with a light drop, you land on a rooftop, all within X amount of feet of each other. Maybe like 30 seconds left on the greater invisibility.
hmm
Get out of any sight of people.
Yeah.
Don't want to just appear in front of somebody.
Sure. Yeah. There's people flying around. Did you guys land near one of these kind of rubble places, or try to one of the more heavily populated areas?
We probably should aim for something that's not heavily populated.
Mhm.
Okay. So closer to one of these kind of areas of deconstruction.
Yeah, as we're going down, does it look they got a whole minute to watch. Does it look like the similar damage to what Amity and I had seen when we watched one of the giant constructs fight?
Make another perception check. It's similar, but looking out over the area as you descend down, you can see that the destruction all seems to start in a singular location, and so you think it was less of a tricking a big construct into destroying part of the city, and more of a explosion that leveled a small section of the city. All right. And so you guys land on the rooftops near one of these areas, not right in it. You can see there are large illusory projections on the edge of these areas, kind of warning people away from the area. You can see off in the distance people flying by in their AirPods or their brooms or flying carpets, however they get around the city.
Yeah.
They are.
Magical means of transportation. Insert here.
Exactly. So, you have about 30 seconds until the greater invisibilities end. Where would you like to go?
Is this where we all like look at Shilk?
I mean,
Because
you can try
totally
to look.
see because
Yeah.
we're all invisible.
Well, I imagined we were like holding hands, so we would.
I mean,
stick
we
together.
always hold hands when we're invisible, so yeah.
Is invisibility a touch spell? I think it is.
It is. So I would have had to be holding hands with people.
Yeah, I feel like you guys did like a little synchronized skydive where you're all in like a little circle.
Cute.
So you are all still holding hands.
So we
in
know
your
where
circle.
Shilk is then, in our circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just looking through him, not at him.
Everyone's just like, where's the Draenosar hand? Ah, there it is.
I mean, if need be, I can telepathically communicate. Some things are not divine in nature.
You don't have to see your person.
I will have to see them in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was sight based.
It is sight based.
I'll just whisper, Shilk, where do we go?
You did use your thing already today.
Yep.
Oh. Hype.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know exactly.
Fuck, wait, why did we jump today? Why didn't we just follow Aor for a day and jump tomorrow?
God, we're so dumb.
Question.
No.
Too late. You're here.
God
we
damn
already
it,
jumped.
why do we always do this? We are
Good thing
literally
we
act
chose the
first.
8 hours.
We are literally act first, think later, as a group, as a collective. This is
guys are
impressive.
Keep in mind, we still have teleport in the pocket if need be.
Ah, Jesus.
Teleport
back.
to the ship.
Yeah, do it, feel like, wait.
Go again.
We'll be like, alright, test jump achieved.
Good practice
Tomorrow.
Great job.
Alright.
This is our
Concept. Check.
yeah. This is like when you do your test jumps with like your instructor and everything, and then tomorrow will be our jumps like by ourselves.
God.
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm down for it. Teleport us back.
It wouldn't be hard.
We don't know. Tanya, tell them we don't know that we might get like pinged, you know, if we teleport out. Someone might notice.
Everyone's worried that somebody's gonna notice if we try to teleport out.
Somebody's gonna notice if we're wandering, unsure where to go.
That's not true. We go into this rubble, we find a secluded corner of the rubble, Amity puts up the mansion.
Oh, okay. That works.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Now,
We just sleep in AR for a day and then come out tomorrow. Jesus, we're so dumb.
Let's hope the ship is alright.
don't do that to me. You know, that's all I'm gonna worry about now.
Fine, the goblins will handle it.
One of these days, I'm gonna get them off the fucking ship.
Next
they're
campaign
lovely.
is just all of you guys as level 1 goblins on a fucking Spelljammer ship.
Yes! That would be such a great one shot. Just like, what
That
were
would
the
be
goblins
hilarious
doing?
one shot.
Oh god. Who wants to play
Woo!
Grace?
I actually want to do that one shot now.
That'd be actually
That would
really
be fun
hilarious.
as hell.
Alright.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? You've been sitting here talking for maybe 20 seconds. You got 10 seconds left on greater invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Mansion.
There's no people
Shit.
around, right?
Not nearby. The as you guys are kind of on the edge of the destruction, all of the air traffic is a couple 100 feet away, going about their business, avoiding the area of recent destruction.
Then yeah, I think that I think Amity just puts the mansion up right here then.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
then.
go ahead and do that.
Because as soon as she casts it, she's going to turn on invisible, so she needs to book it into the mansion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think it knew we should put it on Amity. It's fine.
It was a 50-50. We tried our
I know.
Well, I mean, it takes a minute to cast a mansion anyway.
Oh, okay.
So
So
She-
does her invisibility break when she finishes casting it or when she starts casting it?
that's a great question.
I would assume when she starts.
I would probably say when she starts casting it.
Well, the text, I believe, does read when they cast a spell, so the effect wouldn't
Right.
actually cast until. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say actually at the end, in all honesty.
I guess technically, yeah, if we're going by like, depends on what rules of magic you're going by.
I mean, in all
Is
honesty,
it when the spell resolves, or is it when the spell begins to, form?
I would say that this would be a DM's choice. I think, unless there's some specific information on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, unless this rule exists.
Yeah, I mean, until we can figure it out, let's.
I would
let Mike decide.
say because casting a spell that takes longer than an action requires concentration, I would count that as casting a spell, and so that would also end the invisibility.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so Amity, go. We need to hide Amity somewhere. And
Just
hide.
cover me
We need to hide
invisibly.
those that are about to also go uninvisible.
I try to stand
Somewhere.
between Amity and any people. They can't see through
Thank
me.
you, Saga.
The split second that Shulk and I are about to turn on invisible or reappear, I cast greater invisibility on us again, and I twin it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sounds good. So you guys got another minute.
Yep.
While Amity is kind of just visibly alone on this rooftop. All right, sounds good.
And I've got my I'm trying to make myself as big as possible, trying to block
Sure.
her even though I'm invisible.
Not exactly how that works. It's not it's not like cloaking technology.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, let's do this. I'll just roll a random roll to see anyone notices this random person on the rooftop. Amity, what is your passive stealth?
Let me look.
The 10 plus your stealth modifier.
Yeah, hang on. 14.
14. All right. Okay. So, Amity, as you are casting your spell, you hear a kind of like whirring sound coming up, and the rest of you all see this too. It's one of those for those who have been in Aor before, it's one of those little, tiny little robots that fly around with a little propeller. They're the ones that were yelling at Rowan before about being a zealot.
Yes, my
Uh-oh.
best friends. Zealotry, zealotry.
And it comes whirring up to Amity. And it says, "Attention, citizen. You are in a dangerous location. Please leave the area."
Do I have to?
This area is cordoned off for recent investigation into terrorist attacks.
Oh, that's not good.
We ask that you leave the area as soon as possible. Failure to do so could cause suspicion on your person.
Okay, I will leave as soon as I can. Thank you for letting me know.
Citizen, please leave the area.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna whisper, Amity, should I hit it?
Probably not.
Okay.
If I have to twin it again, I'm going to twin it again. But I've only got. This is the last time I can.
Well, I mean, you're invisible for a full minute.
I know. I'm just saying, if I
Okay.
have to, I can.
How
One
long
more
has
time.
it been since I started casting?
We'll say like 3 rounds. So you have 7 rounds left before you finish casting.
Can I just keep stalling by asking him about his day?
Well, doing so could cause you to fail the casting,
True.
as you kind of have to be focused on casting the spell in order to cast the spell.
How far away are we from what appears to be safe? Like out of like this rubble, from what I can see through Vanya.
Sorry, what? Can you repeat the question? I didn't quite
Like
understand.
how? Like so, it's telling Amity to go to get out of this area and go somewhere
Yeah.
safe because what here is dangerous. How far does it look like we have to travel to safety, quote unquote?
You are unsure. You don't know what is considered cordoned off.
Okay, how far does it look until we're not in what is considered rebel?
Several hundred feet.
I'm just gonna ignore the robot and keep casting.
I was about to say, let's just run. Let's just book it and get out of here.
Yeah,
To a
it's
safer
good.
spot. We don't need
Rowan
more attention
and-
on us. Let's just go.
That's true.
Rowan and Vanya's head is gonna be like, we need to leave. We know what happens with these robots. One does not mean only one.
I know we need to leave.
I can't hear them talking, or can I
No,
hear Vanya
you-
talking?
No, because we're talking in our head.
Okay. Okay.
So we're good.
I'll stop casting. I'll just start walking towards the towards the direction we need to go, but slowly.
So just away from the destruction.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You start walking. You get about like 30 or 40 feet, and then the robot, who's kind of like slowly following you, says, "Citizen, do you have some other form of transportation? The rooftops can be quite dangerous in this northern climate."
I'll cast fly on myself.
Okay. You cast fly on yourself and start flying off.
Yep.
And the robot is following you. However, it cannot fly as fast as you can fly with your fly speed. So you leave it in the dust. The rest of you, however, you're making it on foot, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, good.
I'm pretty sure
then-
our fly spell is ended.
Wait,
Or no, we
you're-
didn't have fly. We had featherfall.
you
Never
had
mind.
Featherfall, yeah. So everybody but Amity and Rowan, I would like to make an acrobatics check as you start moving across the slick, ice-covered rooftops.
But I can fly.
Ooh.
Yes, Gesh, if you want to fly, you can also fly.
Oh, I'll be flying.
All right.
I don't trust my dice rolls.
Does this count as difficult terrain?
It's not. It's more of a hazard than difficult terrain.
Okay.
I was gonna say if I'm I guess it doesn't really matter. I was gonna say I'm inside Vanya. Can I help her? Because I can technically control her, but I mean she rolled a 24, so she's.
Nah, I got 6 flips.
Your control over your possessed target is still not
There it is.
as precise as you would like it to.
Okay. I'm new.
There it is. Nice.
All right. So, the four of you. Was he? Yeah, Amity and Gesh are flying. Okay, yeah. The four of you are moving across. And as you are moving, Shilk and Axiom, the two of you slip. Shilk, you just fall prone, but Axiom, you actually start sliding towards the edge of the roof.
Nope.
Well, I mean, we're all still holding hands, so
Yeah.
Well,
since we're all invisible, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
We never let go.
I think,
Yeah.
well,
well,
Amity had to, and
I would say for Gesh to be flying, he would no longer be holding someone's hands.
Yeah.
But Axiom, I'd say because you're all trying to move in conjunction but can't see each other, it would have been like an advantage canceling out disadvantage thing.
Okay.
Because like you're already kind of trying to move, which would give you disadvantage, but you're also trying to like hold on to each other, which would give you a little bit more stability. So that would make it straight rolls, and so that's what we get. So
Can't like brute
Axiom,
force my way the rest of the way up.
yeah, you start sliding towards the roof, towards the edge of the roof. What do you do?
I would prefer to try and brute force my way up.
All right, then I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
see within 10 feet.
I would say, well, don't you have to see the person of the aura in order for it to work?
I don't think so. I don't
I
know.
thought it,
Let
I
me
thought it
see.
was sight based.
I don't believe the auras are sight based. I think you just have to be within a certain amount of range.
Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a
Okay.
saving throw.
Doesn't say anything about sight, so.
Okay. I just always thought because it's like it's based off your charisma, it's kind of like the confidence of the paladin makes everybody else better. But I guess
I guess
that's
it depends on whether or not you regard Axiom as a friendly creature.
all right. Yeah.
No.
Then
Well,
with a dirty 20, you are able to stop yourself from sliding off the edge of the roof.
Alright. Alright. Rejoin the rest of the others.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh.
to find the invisible people.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been here before.
Come on, you should all be great at this.
In Axiom's defense, he was in the
He's
air the
new,
last
isn't
time. He was in the air the last time we had to look for invisible people.
Yeah, last time I had the help of sensors. 7.
All right. So the rest of you, you lose grasp of Axiom. And now you don't know where he is. You can hear the clang of metal as he's walking around. However, you do not know where he is, and Axiom, you do not know where the party is.
We can just talk in a low whisper and try and find out where everybody is.
Do a Marco Polo situation? Is that what you're suggesting?
You got a better idea?
So what did he
No,
slide
I'm all
on? Like
ears.
is it just the fact that we're on a roof?
The roofs are icy because the
Well-
city is flying through the Great North.
Okay. Can we then see the ice tracks from where his body skirted off a roof?
Well, it's not snow, it's ice. Like,
Ice still leaves a mark.
well, I guess with
would.
the armor would
Yeah.
leave a mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then
Also,
yes,
him falling in armor, I feel like we would have heard him
Yeah,
go
you
in a
guys-
specific direction.
you guys hear you hear the clang and you see the scrape across the ice. He doesn't know where you are. You guys have a vague idea where he is. However, you guys are not the only ones to have heard something.
Oh god.
And the robot stops pursuing Amity and comes flying over to the invisible party.
Time to hold completely still, I think.
I was gonna say, no one
It's like
move!
that. What was it? Andy's coming.
Oh yeah, everybody play Toy Story. Toy Story.
As soon as it leaves, I'm gonna start casting.
Okay.
Just gonna start antagonizing the robot. Just start asking it for obligatory directions. You're not gonna follow.
I'm gonna actually do the freeze plan because I like it.
Yep.
Just going. Nobody move.
Completely still.
Just gonna hold still.
All right. You guys hold still. The little robot flies over to you. Let's see if it notices the ice scrape. All right. It does not know notice the disturbed ice on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And so after kind of looking over the area for a short time, trying to figure out what the sound was, it turns around and starts flying back towards Amity. Amity, you're about two-thirds of the way through casting your spell
Oh no.
when the robot catches up to you, and it says, "Citizen, please leave the area. It is unsafe to be traveling on the rooftops.
How far is unsafe? You told me it was unsafe over there. She points.
It is unsafe to be traveling on the rooftops.
Well, where should I be traveling? I'm new.
If you do not have a way of transporting yourself, I can hail you a travel taxi."
No, that's okay.
How high are the roofs that we're on?
So it's a little difficult because there's not really streets in the city. It's just more roofs down below. It's various levels of rooftops of different architectures. And so falling off the roof it's the rooftop adjacent to the one you guys are on is like 30 feet down. So you would fall 30 feet onto the next rooftop.
Okay. Does stomping count as an attack?
Stomping?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the context.
Like if I'm trying to stomp to make a lot of loud noises to try and get the robot to come back over to the invisible people, would I
Oh,
stay
no.
invisible?
Oh no.
I would say because you're not trying to damage something, you're just trying to make a sound.
Yeah.
I would allow it. You would still be invisible.
I want to try to make noise over here to maybe grab the robot's attention.
All right. Go ahead and make a intimidation check.
Okay. Yeah.
Amity, you see like the little like light that is kind of like the face of this robot. Just kind of like change shades of colors. And it says, "Citizen, please leave the area. There is a disturbance afoot." and it goes flying off in the direction of the sound.
I sigh and I keep casting.
All right, and by the time the robot gets back over to you guys,
How far is it flying, like, between Amity and us?
So it's like I'd say with Amity kind of like full speed flying away. She's like maybe like 200 feet away from you guys, and the little guy does not fly nearly fast enough to get between those spaces in a single round. And so it takes like 2 or 3 rounds for it to get to you guys. Although now that there's like an actual disturbance and not just a weird sound, it does seem to fly a little faster as if it's dashing. And by the time it gets to you guys, though, Amity, you do finish your spell. So the door is sitting there on the icy rooftop.
Alright, I will wait, but I'll have my hand, like, on the knob.
Okay. And the robot flies over to where the sound came from.
I'm gonna freeze again. We're playing red light, green light.
And you see it looks around. It doesn't see the source of the sound, but
I'm
as
gonna go
this
inside.
is yep, all right. As this is the second disturbance it's heard in this area, you guys watch as a kind of small, like, flash of blue light shoots out.
Oh god, can I avoid it?
No, shoots out from the small robot in a dome around it as it casts detect magic.
Oh, not good. Anybody
And-
know counterspell?
Would break our invisibility regardless.
It would break your invisibility.
Well, not the greater, I don't think. I don't have it.
No, it wouldn't break greater. Yeah.
But it's all good because I don't have it, technically.
No. So unless Shilk has it.
Nope.
Ah, shit.
So
No, it's pronounced shilk.
and so it suddenly senses all of you, not knowing exactly what you are, but sensing the magical concealment. It cries out, unknown magical presence detected, and then it casts the thaumaturgy spell and starts letting out a loud alarm that can be heard in hundreds of feet in every direction.
Oh god, run.
Yeah, I think we just book it for the door.
All right. As you book it for the door, I would like everybody to make an acrobatics check, as you are now running across the ice. I would say you
Oh,
can't
God.
really hold on to each other because you're running.
Mhm.
So this would be a disadvantage.
Cool, I'm gonna give myself advantage.
Okay.
Can't be
I'm not gonna roll 'cause I'm
athletics.
still flying.
That is correct. You are fine.
Sadly, I do not have time to give myself any sort of guidance.
Is Axiom even running, or is he just still like has fallen?
Oh man, the other one was a natural 20.
Ooh.
Upsetting. Natural 20 and a 2.
Okay. So as you guys all start running, the robot following you because it can still sense you with
Yep.
its detect magic up. Because wait, no, actually, thaumaturgy is also concentration. So it has gotten rid of the detect magic and is now just doing the alarm. So it continues to shoot out its alarm at the current location. It does not follow you. And
Oh, robot's not a creature, right? Is it?
it's a creature. It's a construct.
Do it.
Can
do
I
it.
pop out of Vanya? Because I can do that for free.
Can you? I mean, yeah. Are you thinking about possessing it?
Yeah, it's just like a possessive creature.
Can you? Can you? Does it? Can you
I'm checking
possess a
to see if it.
construct?
I'm checking. It doesn't. It just says you discover the ability to enter the bodies of other creatures. It doesn't specify that I can't. If your host moves, to communicate telepathically, only use.
Let me double check.
Yeah. It doesn't specify that I cannot possess a construct in possession.
And this is a perfect temporary body, just saying.
Road. I mean, it can kick me out if it wins like checks against me, but
I mean, it's probably not going to.
I know. So I could essentially own this little drone. But yeah, no, possession doesn't. It doesn't. It just says enter the bodies of other creatures and influence their actions. There's no mention of who I can or cannot possess. There are other things I have that it can only target humanoids, like might create specters and stuff. But
Right.
yeah, no, possession is just any creature.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
I know.
Let's see. Just making sure.
Unless there's something that's like constructs can't be possessed.
I don't think so. You would think, but maybe not. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't say anything about you can't do it to a construct.
It doesn't say I can't do it to
Alright,
anything.
then yeah, you could definitely possess this little robot then.
Well, I have to try to possess the little robot, so I can pop out of Vanya for free.
Yep.
And then with it takes a bonus action to attempt possession.
Okay.
So it's a charisma saving throw, I'm guessing, versus my lingering soul save, which is a 17.
Alright. I'm not even gonna bother rolling because it cannot roll higher than a 17.
Oh, okay, nice.
The highest it could roll on a natural 20 is a 16.
Oh,
Amazing.
brutal.
Yeah, so
Sick minus 4.
so you automatically possess the small robot, as in, like, for a split second it sees you
flying
as you fly out of nowhere and then suddenly possess it.
Yeah.
And so
And
yeah.
then with my action that I have, I can hang on, I have to find it. Apologies, folks. First time for everything. That's manipulate speech. Where is it? Is it in action or did I put it into It's probably in reaction. Nope, not that one. Oh, so I can... It's if the host begins casting a spell that uses verbal components, I can use my reaction to force them to fumble.
Right.
But I guess...
It's already cast the
Yeah.
thaumaturgy spell. So it can't necessarily
I don't know if I
stop
can
it.
get it to stop. Hang on. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Well, I can force him to dash in a direction of my choice, so I choose away from the group.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this little baby robot run so goddamn far.
Alright. You make the robot fly away from the group while it continues to scream out about unknown magical presence, and now I I don't think it would be able to identify you as an undead creature in the split second before you possessed it. So it's just gonna continue.
It knows I'm in there, but doesn't know what to do. I mean, it would technically stop screaming if it tried to cast another spell, right? So
Right, so it would get 1 minute of its thaumaturgy of screaming, and then you could stop it from recasting it. Because you can't stop a creature from concentrating on something, right?
no, like I said, it lets me. Where was it? Yeah, it's if the host begins casting a spell that
Okay.
uses verbal components, I
Right.
can use my reaction to make them fumble,
Got
and
it.
they have to make a con save versus my save DC. If they fail, the spell fails.
Got
Spell
it.
slot
Okay.
expended, possession, and my possession ends technically. So if he does try and cast a spell, and I succeed in making him stop, if it requires verbal components, anyways, I get kicked out.
Okay. So then, you have it fly away as it continues to scream about the unknown presence.
Yeah.
And you start flying away from the party as the rest of the party starts running towards the door. So back to you guys. You all failed. But only Vanya and Shilk fell prone. Axiom and Saga, the two of you, start sliding towards the edge of the roof. So unless you're doing something else, you can make a dexterity saving throw to stop yourself from sliding.
Alright.
I'm gonna try to stop sliding. Oh, I didn't.
And okay, yeah, you both succeed. Both of you just roll me a D2 real quick. Just one D2.
Alright.
Doesn't really matter, seeing how you guys rolled so well. Okay. So at the moment, Axiom does not get the aura as you guys slid to opposite sides of the room. Not that it really matters, but for like future reference.
Alright.
So you guys both managed to stop yourself from sliding off. And so as you guys stand up and continue to run towards the door, I need another round of acrobatics checks from you chuckleheads.
I assume, again, disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage on the acrobatics. Not necessarily on the saving throws.
Ooh.
Even worse.
Ooh.
Is it from all of us or just those two?
All of us. All of you, because you all failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except me.
Except for
Something-
Gesh.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, nice.
something just happened on my character sheet, and I'm not sure what just happened.
Okay.
Because the last time I rolled my acrobatics check, it was definitely a +10, and now for some reason it's a +9. My proficiency bonus changed to 6. I don't know what just happened. I don't think it's supposed to be 6. It's supposed to still be 5, right?
At
Well,
17?
you're at 17th. It becomes 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be 6.
Yeah, it should be 6.
It was definitely rolling at +10 just now. All right.
Well, you're fine.
It was probably just it took a second, like a couple minutes for it to update the whole sheet that you leveled up.
Mhm.
Yes. That was just very weird because I can look at my last acrobatics check and it definitely says 5 + 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with a +6, you would have failed, so it's fine.
It's fine. Continue.
So
Mhm.
Shilk and Vanya, you guys are fine, and so you're able to move normally, and you'll get to the door. Saga and Axiom once again fail. Saga,
Yeah.
this time you just fall prone and are able to get up and keep moving. Axiom, you fail horribly once again and start sliding as well towards the edge again. You're closer to the edge this time, so I'll have you make. Yeah, I'll have you make the deck save at disadvantage this time because you have less time to react.
One of these days, I feel like one of these rolls, I'm gonna just fall off this roof.
Only very
12.
possible.
All right. Yeah. So You are unable to stop yourself this time, and this time you actually will slide off the roof, falling 30 feet to the next rooftop below, taking 14 points of fall damage.
All right. Oh, that's gonna sting. There's 14. All right. All right. And now on the rooftop below you.
Yep. So you're gonna have to figure out how to get to the door now. Get another acrobatics check from Saga. See if she can get to the door this round. Once again at disadvantage. Rowan, you start to notice that your possessed robot has drawn the attention of other robots that are now starting to swoop down, try to figure out what's going on with this robot that's just
Okay.
kind of screaming across the rooftops.
I can try and make him talk. Where is that?
If I slow down my speed, would it remove the disadvantage?
If you're being careful, yes, it would get rid of the disadvantage. So it would just be a regular acrobatics.
I'm gonna do that instead.
Okay. All right. This time you're able to get closer to the door. Because you're going slower, though, you're still not to the door.
That's fine.
And so Rowan, what are you doing with your robot?
So this rubble piled thing that we're at, well, I guess I'm slightly farther away from where they are, but was there another one, like when we were floating down from the ship, was there another one near here that we saw?
Another what?
Like rubble area, active terrorism spot?
I mean, not near the one you guys are already next to. There were several of them throughout the city, but they weren't next to each other.
Okay, and how big, like, is this area, roughly?
Like several city blocks, like maybe like 5 or 6 blocks.
Okay, so I can go to, like, a completely different city block away from, like, that I can make this little robot move to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action, to manipulate the speech of this little robot.
Okay.
Because he can talk, right? Yeah, he was talking to Amity. So, I will make him say, I have 25 words or less. Oh gosh. What did he say when he saw us? What did he call us?
Citizen.
When he cast Citizen was when he was talking to Amity. When he cast Dispel Magic and realized we were there, what did he say again?
What was that? Detect magic. He said
Detect Magic,
unknown magical presence, which is the same thing he's been saying as you've been flying across the rooftops.
Oh, okay, perfect. Well, as the other little robots get here, I will get him to also say his unknown magical presence line. But I will have him also pick a direction. I'll have him say like this way to to the north or south or whatever direction I'm making this little robot fly that is away from my friends.
Sure.
If it's rolling to persuade the other robots, it uses my charisma and not his.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Cool.
Okay.
Brutal.
Rough.
Brutal.
So that's hilarious.
Does that actually win?
No, you tied.
Oh, okay. We tied.
Yep, their passive insight is 8.
Amazing.
So So you aren't successful. Well, I
But
guess
I
it was.
technically. I mean, I
Actually, you
don't
know what? It wasn't
fail.
it wasn't a contested check. So yeah, you actually would have succeeded then.
Yeah, because they're not actively
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah. Okay.
think. They don't think I'm lying. They think I'm
Yeah.
just a little robot telling them where to
Exactly.
go.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh.
this was just against
Let me get
their
the door, I think it's
passive.
Pikachu.
So you would actually succeed. Yeah. So now like this like half dozen other robots are now also following your robot, and they've also cast thaumaturgy, and they're all screaming
my
the same
God.
fucking message as you fly off in the opposite direction the mansion is in.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a spot while I'm in this little robot to try. I'm gonna try and just find a spot that I don't know. That looks somehow convincingly disturbed. I don't know, like an area where I could maybe pull off that there were intruders, which will be so hard. But yeah, I'm just looking for a spot in this while I'm flying around in this robot. I don't want to just keep flying around forever. Like I'm eventually gonna stop somewhere, but I just don't know where right now.
Okay. Yeah. I guess make this probably be a perception check. Try and find a spot to
Okay.
claim
Yeah.
is where the presence is.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You definitely think that probably if there's an unknown magical presence, the best place to like draw the attention for that presence to be would be in this like area of rubble to to try and keep the suspicion in a place where they're already suspicious.
Fair. Okay. Well, then that's what I do, and I guess I'll just I find that spot, I get him to stop and just keep standing there screeching. I guess
Okay.
since I don't know what these robots are supposed to do, so he just keeps screeching.
All right. And so when you're possessing someone
Mm-hmm.
and like you're making them do stuff, at one point do they kind of become wise to that?
Well, it's
Are you at that level now where you can just like
if I
they
sneak
don't
in.
know? Yeah.
If I'm an unseen passenger, I would have had to have stealthily possessed him, which
Okay.
I didn't do. I just yeeted myself into this tiny robot's body.
Right.
And yeah, this is just I can use my action to manipulate like their speech and force them to say or like yell a phrase.
Okay.
And then after that I can use a reaction to like make them fumble spells.
Got it.
But I mean, like, he knows I'm in here.
Right.
It's just that he can't kick me out because the only way I get kicked out is like through one of my abilities, or if I die, or if he dies.
Got it. Okay.
Or like dispel evil and good, or turn undead,
Yeah.
whatever.
Got it. Okay. Then knowing that
Yeah, he knows I'm in here.
yeah, like he's still yelling like unknown magical presence, but like as the other robots are like asking where is the unknown magical presence, he starts yelling that he is the unknown magical presence.
Oh my god.
And so they
1 second.
yeah, and so they don't know what that means, and so they all start kind of like setting off this alarm. And you can see while looking out of your robot eyes, that there is an aircraft making its way towards the rubble. It's one of the larger aircrafts that just seems to be kind of patrolling the city.
Do I remember these aircraft from the last time I was here?
You
'Cause
do.
Yeah,
Last
okay.
time when you were getting called a zealot by the robots,
No, but
a
that's
similar-
It's even better.
a similar aircraft flew down, and as like you and Kato and the others flew back towards your airship, you saw people like airdropping into the city from that aircraft.
Oh, sick. Okay. Can I? So, just so I have a better visual picture of what this rubble looks like, are there like buildings still standing,
There
or is
are
it
like
just like flattened to the ground? It's just dirt and rock.
there's like the shells of buildings. Like they're no longer habitable, but like there's still like little like walls sticking out of the ground where like pile of rubble have kind of like filled the interior of the buildings. So there's just like the bones of buildings, not any real buildings themselves. Like you might be able to like stand on like a precarious part of said bones, but like
Well, what I'm wondering is like, are there buildings enough where like if I got the little robot up against a wall, I could shoot out like the back
oh yeah,
through a wall and
there's
then be like, and then
still
hide on that
there's
side of
still
a wall?
parts where there are walls. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
find the one that looks like gives me the best
Sounds good.
blocking of view from all the
Yeah.
other little baby robots.
While you do that, we'll go back to Axiom, who is now
Yep.
on 30 feet below where he needs to be. So, Axiom, what are you doing?
All right. Nice. Fuck it. Does it look like I can actually climb back up from where I am currently?
Possibly. I mean, it's like it's the side of a building with like windows and shit.
All right. I haven't done this since I was fucking a rebellious teen, but fuck it. We'll climb back up a building.
Okay. Make an athletics check at disadvantage because you're trying to now climb up an icy building.
At least I'll have a better chance with that.
Okay.
Will you?
Oh shit. You actually do
Yeah.
it.
+8 to strength,
Wow.
man. +8 is a difference between a +0.
All right, fair enough. Then yeah, you climb up the side of the building and pull yourself back onto the roof, just in time for Saga to make another acrobatics check to get to the rest of the way to the door, assuming she's still here.
In the back of Axiom's head, he's just like, yes, still got it.
All right. I think she went to go get her food, so Axiom, you
Yeah.
can just roll your acrobatics then to try and navigate the rooftop.
All right.
You can, if you're moving at full speed as you were before, it's still a disadvantage.
Fuck it. Let's just get this over with. Okay.
All right, you fall prone again. This time, though, you don't slide off the roof. And then
God damn.
go ahead and make me another acrobatics check as you stand up and start making your way towards the door again.
Just once. Just once. I would
All
like.
right.
I would
As
like to
you-
roll higher than 10, just once with acrobatics.
As you are almost getting to the door, you once again fall and slide towards the roof. Make me another deck save. Just normal. All right. Well, he didn't have a disadvantage, but it's fine. 19
Yep.
succeeds. And so roll me one more acrobatics check at disadvantage to try and get to the door.
All right. Am I almost there? I'm like 90% there.
Almost. You're like lateral to the door.
Ugh.
Another deck save.
This is the definition of insanity.
Go slow and carefully.
You assume that's in Axiom's nature.
I assume that would be in your nature.
You
After
fall
falling
off.
4 times.
You fall off of the roof again, and take another. Oops, that's not right. 7 points of fall damage this time.
Since Gesh was waiting for everybody to get in, and though he really can't see, can he at least hear that his friend has fallen a few times and try and get down to help him?
All right.
Yeah, but by this time your greater invisibility would have worn off.
Okay. 10 plus 6 plus
Yeah.
2.
I can cast it again if needed, but
Okay. You are unable to climb up the wall this time.
I fly down to him since I'm able to be seen. I'll fly down
Alright.
in that general direction and say, who fell?
Yeah. What do you think?
Grab my hand.
You had wings this entire time.
Grab my hand.
I will accept Gesh's help.
And I
Alright.
will cast greater invisibility on myself, and I will I will take his hand and fly us up and into the door.
Okay. Go ahead and just make an athletics check for me. Because with his heavy armor, he is a heavy boy.
For context, I currently weigh about, with the armor, probably 200 pounds. I ain't got much else on me.
Doesn't care.
You're just a fucking twig underneath that armor.
Yeah.
He was in prison, so
I
Yeah,
was in
that's
prison
fair.
for 26 years, man.
Okay, yeah, you're able to fly him back up, and you guys fly into the way to the door. And I'll just say at this point, Saga has also made it to the door, which just leaves Rowan, who has
When does it not just leave Rowan? Story of my life with this
All right.
fucking character.
So you leave your robot that you've been possessing, passing through the wall to the other side. Now
Yeah.
what?
I cast invisibility on myself.
Hey.
I can do that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And fly the fuck out of there.
All right. Yeah, you fly
can
the
do that
fuck out of
too.
there. You pass the ship on its way to where you were, where you can still hear the loud sound of the robots as they
I
are.
feel so bad. That poor robot's gonna be put out of commission so fast.
Good.
Oh god, it's gonna be scrap metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I go back to where my friends were, anyways, and find the door.
Do you want to make a check as you fly by the ship, or are you focused on the door?
I mean, I
like-
guess I would be curious of the ship since I've seen the ship before, or like
Right.
a ship like it before.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Is it still daytime?
It is still daytime.
Another trucker. Doesn't matter.
All right.
It's been 3 minutes.
This is true. I forget.
No.
D&D time doesn't pass. I forget in-game time is so slow compared to actual game, like real life time.
It's been 3 minutes.
So, let me just first describe the ship itself. So, this is more of your traditional kind of blimp with like a big, like inflatable, like area above with like a small cab underneath. And you can see through the windows of the cab that there are several figures in the cab, kind of like waiting, getting ready to jump out. And as you fly past, you can see the back of the cab, which seems to be kind of like the part that the people mostly jump out of.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a towering figure that kind of like sends a shiver down your spine. You see what looks to be a 8-foot tall man in full adamantine plate armor.
It's crazy.
Sticking out the back of his plate armor are big scythe blades that kind of give it like the look like he's got wings made out of blades. And in one hand he has a long pole arm that on either side of the pole arm are 3 more scythe blades.
Jesus Christ, calm
All-
down here, Edward Scissorhands.
All made out of adamantine.
Holy shit!
This man stepped out from a Metallica cover.
Rowan doesn't think this, but I do. But I swear to God, Shilk, if that is who we are here to kill, I'm turning around and going back to hell. I'm going back to the Grey Waste, and I'm hanging out with Amu for the rest of my days. Fuck that shit. This is not happening. Alright, well, I take this horrific image, me and my whispers, because I forget those are still here all the time, yeah, I go find the door. They don't notice me, like, no one on this ship, it doesn't look like, is looking, they're all looking towards, like, the cacophony of little robot screeches, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're giving them a wide berth, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm not flying, like, right by the portholes of this blimp, being like, hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, they do.
Cooking Casper the friendly ghost? No, thank you.
Yeah, they do not notice.
Okay. Well, I just mean, like, they're only looking towards, like, the robots and not, like, the area where we actually were. Not, like,
That's correct. They have no reason to believe where the door is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if they had some weird thing, like they knew where the robot was originally. Which I guess now the robot
don't know.
The robot will know where he was, but, I mean, that robot's a lying little shit, so... Hopefully they don't believe him. Anyways, I go find the door.
Yeah, you find the door, and now everybody is in the mansion.
Nice.
What's next? You gonna tell us he has a flaming motorcycle too?
No, he's on a blimp. I just said that.
I drop invisibility. For those of us that are still invisible.
Clearly the motorcycle drops out of the bottom of the blimp.
Okay. Could have gone better.
I'll get there shortly after.
That is understatement of the year.
But we're here.
And now we're gonna have to figure out a way off the roof and in a direction of where we need to go.
Well, we need to figure out the direction of where we need to go first.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out here for the next... How long have we been awake? God.
God. God's plural. There's multiple. Which one are you asking? They'll all give you a different answer.
Yeah.
So it's like mid-afternoon. So you've been awake for about to be like 10 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hang out for a couple of hours, get an early night, wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the next day. And she can tell us where we need to go.
As I pop into the mansion and drop my invisibility, I give a lovely description of what I just saw to the group.
Yikes.
Are they able to find the mansion? Just out of curiosity, is there any way of tracking this mansion?
I mean, yeah. They could find it pretty easily.
Okay, so the problem, I guess... The robot technically knows where you left, where we left.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I hopefully maybe they'll be less inclined to believe the robot, since I had him running around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I must say, I can't say I'm happy I'm dead, but...
You're enjoying the possession, aren't you?
He's now going to be ostracized by his compatriots.
He's... I mean, I had him running them around like crazy, so maybe they won't be as inclined to believe 100%, but we did leave a bit of a... I mean, we left footprints and everything where we... just outside.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Axiom falling off the roofs probably didn't help very much.
Yeah.
That probably left some dents. His armor's not exactly light.
I mean, it's chain, but that's still, yeah, it's gonna scratch the paint.
So...
Oh, God.
So do we stay here or do we try to get somewhere else?
Well, the problem is, if we have to go back out there, we're going to need to be invisible again if we don't want to be detected. And
Well, right. How far away were they? How far away had I led them from where we started?
Um,
How many rounds of dashing did I go through with that little robot?
let's see. I'd say like a good 500 feet.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, I relay this to the group.
Yeah, which you started that 200 feet away from the door, so that puts you guys at 700 feet away from where you left the robot.
Okay,
Mhm.
then So we have time. If we want to go, we should go now before they spin back around and come this way. I led them as far away as I could.
Yeah.
I wish we had planned this out better. We could have just avoided making the mansion entirely and just run.
Mm-hmm.
If we... I don't know about you, Gesh. I could only make us all invisible. I could only make 4 of us invisible again one more time without taking a bit of a rest.
I can only do 2 people one more time as well, because I'm almost out of sorcery points.
So,
And I'm
the
technically out of
option...
5th level spells. But I
And
can
you
just
don't need to do
6.
me. That's 6 people, right? So that's enough, at least for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but that's a
So,
minute.
Well, it's a minute
Our-
to get us away from here, and then we can blend in with the crowds.
well,
Yeah.
we can take... What we can do is we can take that minute to get as far away from here as we can. If we still need to find some place to hide and rest. That's the long and the short of it. Once I don't need to try and keep people invisible, if we just need to try and sneak around and find a place to lay low, I have other magic that can do that. Help us do that, at least. Because at least with Pass Without a Trace, they can't track us. We're not going to leave any tracks behind that way. But I can't do invisibility and Pass Without a Trace. I can only do...
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So is it better for us to... We know they're not right outside, so would it be better for us
No,
to to use Paths Without a Trace and not be able to be tracked,
Mm-hmm.
leaving this location so they think we are still here, or is it better to be invisible?
Well, in this area, we already know there's not really people, as the little robot, wants people to stay away from here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd probably be better if we get out without them knowing, and then if we might not even need to go invisible, maybe once we get out of here, we can just blend in somehow.
Yeah.
Does Aor get visitors? Are there tourist traps in Aor? Like,
Fucking magic shop. I think both plans have their pros and their cons. It just depends on what...
how did you leave your parents? Was it... I don't remember. Did you leave on bad terms? Did you say you would come back or never come back? Or
I don't think I said anything. I think I just kind of left.
I believe we told them we were going to go shopping and then never came back.
That sounds about right.
Because then we found you, and you set off the alarms, and then we
yes, I'm sorry.
left.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Maybe they just think you're staying in the city.
Then, Amity, can you contact your parents and we can just be like, hey, we're back for a trip?
Yeah, I could do that.
Because you've been here before, so if they ask how you got here, you could just say, oh, we teleported. We don't have to mention the ship at all.
So
Yeah,
you
we
can't
don't.
teleport into the city.
Yeah, definitely don't recommend mentioning anything about a ship.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No.
I don't plan on that.
We didn't mention the ship last time, did we, Amity?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
You
I
talked
think we
about
did.
You told them about the ship.
Listen.
I
There's
mean,
a
you
lot
didn't
going on.
this was pretty. I don't think it was like super in depth though, if I remember correctly. I
No,
don't
'cause
think
at
you
the
guys were like,
time-
it's a spell jammer that has like abyssal influence. Blah blah. It's powered by a brain. Like,
If they ask about it, you brought me from being on the ship in a different plane. We can always, if they ask about it, we just say it's still on that plane.
oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy answer.
I think Amity's parents might be our safest bet. I feel like we'll be more suspicious if we just try and show up somewhere
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Hello, can we have a room for these 7 random people that look totally out of place in Aor?"
And who knows? We might be able to get better disguises than ponchos.
What I had. All right, Axiom, did you have a better idea?
I
don't think-
appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's better than the sack I was wearing when we fucking.
That's what I thought.
Am I calling my mom?
I think
Yeah.
so. What? Yeah.
Definitely
I don't-
call your mom. Don't call your dad. Call your mom.
You know, I don't plan on
Always-
calling him.
Always call mom first.
Alright, I'll do a sending message. And I'll just say, "Hey, sorry I've been gone a while, but I'm back. Can we come over?"
All right. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Alright.
Is it because she's in the mansion?
No, that would
Whew.
be a. If it was like a planes of existence thing, it would just be a D100 or D20 actually.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
So, you go to cast your sending spell, and because of your Arcana roll, the response that you get back, you would know is a blocked signal. Like you're unable to complete the call because something is stopping you from connecting to the person that you're trying to reach. It's not. It's different from saying like trying to send a message to someone who's dead, where it's just like
Okay.
there's no one there.
So this isn't like the number no longer,
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
the-
not.
this
This
is
is
like
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is not the number no longer exists. This is the number.
You have
cannot
reached
be
this
reached.
currently. Yeah, please
Yeah.
try again. Okay.
Thank you for calling the
Currently
rejection
unavailable.
hotline.
But you know it's not like. How do I put this? Something is blocking it. It's not that like your mom's refusing it. It's just there's something blocking the signal.
Huh, I can't talk to her.
Okay, well, I say
Okay.
that we leave here still. We don't waste
Yeah.
our time.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if that robot will leave them back here or not, so
Then going out invisibly?
I think we go out stealthily, not invisibly. I think we should save the invisibility for if we need it.
I agree. I would rather if we just try to sneak out of here and at least leave no footprints than.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go first. Let me just take a peek and see what's going on, just because I probably have the best chance of
Take a
getting
look.
away. I'm go outside.
All right.
Have we been surrounded? Am I gonna die?
There has not been nearly enough time to surround.
I
you.
know.
It's been like 30
Mhm.
seconds.
Still.
You head outside. You can see that the airship is hovering above where you left the robots.
Okay.
And you can see a second airship is starting to make its way into the area. The already cordoned off area that is the rubbles of like the big illusory projections stopping people from entering the area. You can see that they've somehow become more intense. Like before, it was more just like a police crossing line. Now it's like full up like blockade of lights.
The sign
Okay.
used to read caution, now it reads danger.
Exactly.
Would we be able to guess that if we break that line, an alarm is going to go off? Is that the vibe?
Make an Arcana check.
Whoo boy, you know I'm good at
Have
these
Rowan fly
friends.
through it. Not near us, but somewhere.
Hold on, it's thinking about it. Someday,
Alright.
guys, I'm gonna roll good on one of these Arcana checks. And
Yeah, you're not
Will
sure.
you?
Yeah, what I
Yeah.
I'll probably wonder the same
Um,
thing.
So that's blocking the way into the ruined area where the airships are. That's not like where you guys are.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
So,
okay.
like,
where we are,
yeah,
we're
you guys
chilling.
don't have to go through those walls of lights to get where you
Oh,
want to
okay.
go.
We're good.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just what you see when you go out.
Oh, okay. Well, then I
Yeah.
pop my head back in and go. Okay, if we're going, it's now. Or now.
Okie dokie.
I cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
All right.
Pretty sure I can get all of us. I think it's like
Yeah.
10 people, something like that.
Then
Oh,
as
it's everybody I want. Yeah.
you cast Pass Without a Trace and start moving across the ice-covered rooftops,
Yeah, can we get off the fucking roofs?
I would like everybody to make stealth checks plus 10.
40. Wow. It's like the lowest stealth roll I've rolled in so long.
All I ever want to be stealthier
Welcome
than
to-
one.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the
you
non-monk
did it.
life.
All right. Oh,
I mean, I
Saga
still have
rolled.
a plus 11. I don't have.
Okay. Well, ignore my 23 because I didn't realize that Tori was still here. I thought she left again.
No, she's here.
Okay, so
Ah.
we got so that's
26.
26, 24.
34.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 34, 38,
Mm-hmm.
27, 16,
15.
15, and 25.
Pretty
Uh,
high.
Yeah, so as a group, that is a success. More successes than failures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so you guys start making your way across the rooftops. Well, I'm assuming you guys, because you're being stealthy, you'd be going slow enough that you don't have to make acrobatics checks every 6 seconds.
Yeah, we're not sprinting across the roofs
Yeah.
stealthily.
Yeah.
We're also trying to get off the roofs, I think, as quickly as possible, because who the heck is walking
Well,
on rooftops in a city?
I can fly people down if
Exactly.
needed.
So yeah, as you start making your way across the rooftops, you're looking for streets. You don't see any streets. It's just more
God,
rooftops.
that's right. This is forgot air. It's just like weird.
I just can't remember what the ground looks like.
Well, that's the thing. There's no ground. It's just more rooftops.
Okay.
Why do I always
we're-
feel like if you fall at enough angle, you just never reach the ground and you just...
Well,
Well,
eventually
you'll eventually reach the real ground.
you would eventually just hit the shortest building, and then you'll just be stuck surrounded by more buildings.
I
on
guess
this
there's
low
probably
building.
just no holes that lead to like the that lead to just death.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the wizard who got stuck.
Okay. How about this? I'll say Vanya and Amity. Go ahead and just make me like a super long ago retroactive perception check.
Okay.
All right. So Vanya, you would remember there is kind of like an area that could be called the ground. It's kind of like a plaza near the center of the city, kind of like flanked by like the 3 biggest towers, which are in the center of the city. So there is an area that looks more kind of like an area of, it's almost like a park, like a plaza park. And that's the closest thing that you saw way back when to ground. Other than that, it was all rooftops.
Yeah, and I really don't want to go into the heart of the city until we know exactly where we're trying to go. As we're sneaking around, do any of the buildings, like as we're kind of going past ones that might be higher up than what we are, do any of them look like they're maybe abandoned or that there's nobody living there anymore?
I mean, yeah, near a terrorist site, would people have been like, I'm gonna move?
Near a terrorist site, yeah.
Or maybe they were moved because of investigations or something.
Yeah. Go ahead and just make an investigation check.
Again, guys, picking things that I'm super good at.
All right, yeah. You think there's probably like abandoned buildings, but like trying to deduce which ones are abandoned and which ones have people in them, hard to tell. Because there's a
Okay.
lot of like the main way of travel is by air, and so there's a lot
Yeah.
of pods that just kind of stick out the sides of buildings, and so like you don't know if the pods mean that there are people there or aren't people there. It could
Yeah,
just be pods that are not currently in service. You don't know.
don't know enough about pod travel.
Hang on, I just want to see. I can't remember how many times a day I can make myself invisible. I think it's twice.
I thought it was either
Just building yourself.
it was either at will or number of times equal to your proficiency mod.
Nope, supernal body. It is. I can cast invisibility on myself without requiring components
Oh,
twice per day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I will. Or wait, did I drop my invisibility when I went in the mid? Should I keep it on? I don't remember.
no, you
So that's
you
an
dropped
hour.
it.
Oh, I
Okay,
did.
You said you dropped
Yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah, you dropped it.
Idiot. All right. Well, then I put it back on.
Okay,
um,
invisible once again.
invisible once again, and I'm gonna start invisibly poking my head through walls to see if I can find a place that no one lives in.
All right. I mean, yeah, you would go to like. I guess this would be more. This would also be more investigation because this is less to see. If
I'm trying to
there's just, like-
determine, yeah, if
Right.
people are living there or not. Like, yeah, because I can
Yeah.
obviously see if people are in the
Yeah,
building or not. I want to know if
exactly.
it looks lived in.
Yeah,
So-
so this is more investigation to see if it's like an unclaimed apartment or someone's
just not home.
home. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is. I'm not much farther off than Vanya on the scale of bonuses. So here we go. Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, you start peeking in, you see people going about their day, apartments that clearly have like a human element to it or humanoid element to it that's like someone clearly lives here. You do find a couple apartments in a nearby building that like there's not even furniture in them. It's just
Oh, sweet.
it's just like an empty space. Hasn't been furnished yet. So
Okay.
They don't show
Cool.
up until 7 o'clock tonight.
nah, it's actually just it belongs to a warforged. It just sleeps in the closet. Has no need for such
Anything.
mundane objects. Yeah.
All right. I will point these out to the group and be like, I think we can probably hide here.
Great.
Are the doors
All right.
locked? I mean,
Well,
probably.
that's the thing. There's not really exterior doors. There's a couple places where the pods would kind of like dock to where there are doors. There's a couple spots where there are no pods, but you don't necessarily see a way of opening up those docking doors without a pod being present.
Can I go inside and see if there's just a button that's just like open door?
Make another investigation check.
I can just fly through the wall and see if there's a button.
Or Arcana if it's better.
They're exactly the same.
Okay, so either one.
Solid.
There is not a open door button. There's a call pod button.
Nope. That doesn't look good. Are there windows on these apartments?
Um,
Or are they just like solid brick walls and you don't get
I would say there are windows on the apartments. However, the one that you found that is not occupied, or not claimed, I mean, there isn't a window on that one. Like it's like there's like a space for a window, but it's almost like it's been filled in with stone, so you can't see out.
What
Weird.
heads?
I don't trust this, but what other choices do we have?
what other do you have?
Okay. So we just need a way in.
I will. Yeah, I'll pop out and be like, I don't know how to get this in, unless you guys can
Teleport.
teleport
Yeah.
in, dimension door in. I don't know.
I don't know if we have enough
Misty
dimension
step in.
doors. Misty step we have to be able to see. Who all can dimension door? You think I would have this memorized by
I
now?
can.
Amity, Vanya.
Oh, that's right, because last time we also had Kato with us, and Kato was the other one that could dimension
Yep.
door.
Kato was the third one.
So,
Mhm.
okay.
Well, there
How
was a fourth person, wasn't there? Because it was 8 people, and Kato took Gesh, and the two of you took 2 people.
No. Remember, 2 of us stayed behind because there weren't enough dimension
Right.
doors.
That's right. 2 people stayed
Yeah.
behind. I
And then
forgot
almost
about that.
died in the fucking ship.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
I didn't.
Mhm.
Almost got
Okay.
swallowed by the fucking chain oblivion.
So, Amity.
I mean, you did get swallowed.
Well, yeah.
You definitely got swallowed. The whole ship got swallowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't die by swallowing to the chain
Yeah.
oblivion.
Alright. Amity.
Yes.
How many times can you dimension door today?
Well,
Hmm.
let me do some math.
You're standing on a river. You can only take one person across at a time. How many trips?
This is what we need to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to be able to make 3 trips total. No.
Mhm.
So basically, one of you needs to be
You'd
able
have
to make an
get
extra
in
trip.
and then get out.
I can bring one person, and I can cast it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Wait,
4, 5, 6 times.
Okay.
why won't a Misty Step work? Because
We
you
have to be
can't
able
see.
to see the location.
Yeah, there's no
But-
window or anything.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
But
I
Rowan can
have a-
give us an approximation of how far in
Yeah.
we would need to teleport.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
the
a
problem.
suggestion.
Yes.
How many times can you teleport a group of us a day?
Teleport or dimension?
Teleport, not
Okay.
dimension door.
That's
Depends.
3, but I've already spent 2 of those slots on the mansion alone.
And I can do
Okay.
it twice.
So here's my suggestion. Dimension door into the room. Find some object that you can use to teleport back into it after you come back out and take all of us in. It would save some
There's
spell slots.
there's nothing in the room. It's just a
There's
room.
nothing at all.
There's the walls and the
Hmm.
floor.
There's no like wallpaper.
I don't think so. Is there wallpaper, Mike?
You are not sure. You weren't looking for wallpaper. It could just be stone walls. Could be wallpaper. You don't know. You weren't looking.
Right, float back in. Do I find anything in there? They could be used as like teleport material.
I'm just trying to save us a bunch of spell slots.
Could be any.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
spell slots to
Literally be
expend
anything.
in
Well, I mean-
today and tomorrow.
They're going to be getting them back once we sleep.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Make
Yeah.
a investigation check.
And so far, I've really only used my warlock spell slots, so I'll get them back after an hour nap.
Creeping back up.
All right.
Oof.
Yeah, you don't find anything like any items. Pretty
All right.
empty apartment.
All right, I poke my head back through the wall of the group. And I'm like, yeah, there's nothing in here. It's literally empty. So you'll probably have to just do the door.
Yeah.
Break the floorboards.
Take a fucking floorboard with you.
I think that would be a little more suspicious and loud. So we should probably do this quickly. I pop back in and estimate how far of travel they need to do to safely just like not like end up in a wall.
Well, I mean, if I guess. Oh yeah, I guess they can't really fly up to right outside it. Yeah, I mean, from like where you guys are standing, it'd probably be like an angle of like
And who
Like-
said you wouldn't need geometry in high school?
It's like 60 feet up.
All right, cool.
Nothing.
I give them like the directions to land in the room and wait for them to pop in.
Okay.
All right. So are you guys doing dimension door or are you doing teleport?
Just dimension door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guess you want to
No,
come
I'll
with me?
be a taxi service.
Sure.
All right. I grab Gesh's hand, and I dimension door us into the room.
You do so.
I'll grab Saga first.
Oh, hi.
Hello. And I'll
Pew
dimension
pew.
door to the room.
All right. You do so.
Is there an adjoining apartment to this one, or not adjoining, but like we have a neighbor?
Yeah.
I'm still invisible.
Like,
if I
like,
poke
like
my head
adjacent-
through,
like adjacent.
yeah. Oh, like we don't have one next to us. Like
No, it's adjacent. Yes, it's right next to you.
Oh yeah, no, okay. Brain. I'm still invisible. Can I like poke my head through their wall
Yes.
and
Can.
see if anyone's home?
There's no one home.
Okay, cool.
Looking good, they're not just gonna immediately be suspect. But what the fuck is happening next door?
Yeah. Does it look like someone does live there though?
It does look like someone inhabits the space right next to the room you're in.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get in here and we're gonna be silent for the
Yeah.
next like 12 hours.
Yeah. No
Or-
watcher summoning.
We can still go into the mansion, can't we?
I
Better
don't-
hope no one snores.
I don't think we should cast anything.
Mm-mm.
I don't think it's worth
Casting
them being
so
able
many
to maybe.
things. Cast dimension door 6 times.
Your watch is Amity going back out.
Yep, gonna have to.
All right. That's second casting. You are now outside next to the rest of the party.
Okay, who next?
Axiom or Shilk? Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Shilk
take
next.
it.
All right.
All right.
All right. You take Shilk, and you're back there. So that's Gesh, Saga, Vanya, Shilk.
There's only
No-
Axiom left, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go get
Yeah.
him.
Rowan,
I'm
Amity.
do what I do. Yep.
I know. Yeah. They did their thing. Yeah, you have 6 is exactly what you need to get everybody inside. Nice. That's
Ta-da.
hilarious. Actually, it'd be just 5.
Yeah.
'Cause yeah, 3 times in, 2 times out. Yeah. So yeah, there
yeah.
you go. All right.
We're in. We did it.
Yep.
Watch,
Everybody's
someone
in
else
the
is gonna come
apartment.
in here and find the fucking open door button.
That can be a tomorrow problem.
All right. Yeah, you guys are in this apartment space now.
Great.
Yeah,
pitch
we
black
should
in-
sit here for 12 hours.
So it's like pitch black in here, right? Because
Yep. There are no windows. The lights are off because no one lives here.
does anybody want me to cast light? They're not going to be able to see light coming out, so we can at least see.
That'll work.
Sure.
All right. I
Eh.
cast light.
All right.
I pull an arrow out, stick it on the ground, cast light on my arrow.
The arrowhead straight down into the floor. The fletching with the light.
No,
Oh.
I just gently place it on the ground.
Somebody's not getting their deposit back.
They'll never know we were here.
All right, you lightly place the glowing arrow on the floor.
You guys can all sleep. I don't need to sleep. That's all. So
I already passed out.
after fucking running on all the ice.
Not just cause.
All right.
Mhm.
So, I'd say, Rowan, go ahead and just make a perception check for your long rest watch as you.
Yeah, just only
We're
have
just
this to
kinda-
do because I
yep.
have nothing else to do at all. Just me and my whispers. Oh wow, the worst one of the night.
All right. So everybody goes to sleep. Rowan stays up and watches. About 6 hours into the long rest.
Mm.
Actually, no, 4 hours into the long rest. Rowan, you would hear through the wall
hmm
your neighbor come home.
Okay.
Oh no.
I mean, everyone's sleeping. No one's moving, so you should
Yep.
be fine.
Yeah, that's it. You hear them come home.
Okay.
And a moment later, there's like some music playing, and that's it.
All right. I just, keep listening to make sure I don't hear him, or whoever it is, talking maybe about something weird and shady going on in their next door apartment. And other than that, I just keep on my watch.
If they're talking, you can't hear them over the music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
All right. So then, the rest of the long rest goes off with no problems, and everybody gains the benefits of a long rest.
Nice.
Yay.
I hit long rest, but literally nothing on my sheet actually changed. So that was, I don't even know why I did that. I have nothing on here to change. Except for health.
And your invisibility.
Well, yeah, I've just been keeping track of those in my brain, but
Probably put that on the sheet.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I have it on the sheet. I just don't have like a 2 of 2 on the sheet. But
Oh,
that's all. It's written there. It's just I
maybe,
don't have.
maybe you should.
I will. I was gonna ask if after our long rest, can we take a small real person break?
Yeah, sure. At the end of this long rest, we'll take a little 10-minute break here.
Right now, then?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. So I will send the stream on break. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. So we'll see you in a few. And we are back.
All right, you've completed your long rest. It is now the very late evening, although you have no way of really knowing that, as there's no way to look out of this apartment. But Rowan can just kind of pop her head through the wall and tell you that there is no sun outside right now. It's either midnight or shortly after midnight. Hard to tell when you're at the northern end of the planet.
This is true. So, does Shulk's thing work after every long rest? You can do it? Or is it like
yeah.
every day, technically? I guess if it's past midnight, it's technically a new day anyways. Or if it's
Yeah.
like 24 hours.
I usually just do every after a long rest. It might
Okay.
be like dawn. I don't exactly remember.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're the DM, so you get to choose.
Let me double check the wording on it.
Or we leave and then realize, oh hey, still can't do it.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, can't cast it again until dawn.
Okay. When I look outside, would I be able to tell how long until dawn?
I guess make a survival check at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, moving city.
But it's gone somewhere.
Oh my god, survival, where are you? Holy crap, there you are. Oh, supposed to be disadvantage. Frick!
Yep, roll again.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
That's depressing. No.
Yeah, it's hard to tell here up at the top of the world. You're not sure if it's like an hour or two or several hours. You know it's not soon because the sky's not light. So
Because my eyes don't hurt yet.
yeah, it's it's at least more than 2 hours. We'll give you that.
Okay, that's something. I relay this to the group. And very quietly, would I have heard our neighbor eventually like quiet down and like presumably
Yes.
go to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. I'll mention this also to the group. Somebody's home next door, so no loud talking.
So tempted just to go, what?
I thought about it too, but
Okay, we didn't really think of an exit strategy.
Well, I mean, we need to wait anyways for Shilk's thing.
Well, we can think on an exit strategy while we wait.
I mean, if we don't plan on coming back here, do we want to just call a pod and have the door open and just go out through the door?
would the pod recognize us as not being the owners of this particular location and call the authorities?
I look at Amity, I'm like, how smart are the pods?
Well, the pod isn't connected to the apartment. It's connected to the building. You would call the pod from like the hallway.
Oh, it's an elevator.
It's basically an elevator that will take you anywhere in the city.
Okay.
And didn't question Vanya at all, so
No,
I didn't seem to care.
and it listened to me.
Yeah. You just have to know where you're going.
Yeah, and the guidebook was not helpful. Honestly, a very confusing system of transportation. 0 out of 10. 0 stars
Wow.
on Yelp.
Uh-oh.
Should have grabbed a rock or a piece of rubble from something outside so we could teleport out.
Ah, dang it, that would have been so smart.
Well, that
I
was the
like
whole
the
thing about
pod
the teleport,
idea.
because I was going to have us, if we were going to teleport in, I was going to say grab a rock out here so we can have something to get us back out. But we decided that there was nothing in the building, and I completely lost track of grabbing something before we went.
That would also put you back out on the rooftops, though.
Still,
Mhm.
something like roughly where we just were if there was anything to grab. But doesn't matter. We're not there. We can't do it. Can't go back in time.
So what is our plan exactly once Shulk's thing is available to us? Again, we do it, find the person. How long does it last? Like, how long do you, or, now that we're much closer, will you know who it is? Just
I doubt it.
We want to
So-
find out.
Well, obviously there's but I mean, like, if say this person's on the other side of the city, like it tells you, oh, X number of miles to the north, then what? We just wander around till we find someone that looks like. How do we?
I don't know.
Typically, it'll go for about an hour, give or take.
Thought it lasted 10 minutes.
Locate
How-
creature or locate object?
Locate creature.
Locate creature's an hour.
Oh, I thought it was 10
Concentration.
minutes.
Oh, well, if it's an hour, okay, that's a lot better. How fast can we get around the
Unless
city?
it-
You think?
Unless it says otherwise on the sword.
Oh. No, I mean it's the same as how the sword, like how the spell normally works. It's just if you're using it on the target of your quest, then the range is on the same plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So you
yeah,
just have
it would be an hour. I just didn't realize that spell lasted an hour.
I didn't either. Goddamn.
The
Oh,
more
well.
you know.
And technically, technically it shouldn't have worked anyway because I just saw it doesn't work if the target is across at least 10 feet wide blocks of open water, of running water. And you guys definitely crossed over an ocean to get here, but whatever, it doesn't matter.
I mean, does it count if they're in the sky?
Yeah.
And
Like-
we are also in sky?
I mean, it's all water under the ship.
So at that point, it never would have worked, and we never would have found this person, and she would have
Yep,
eventually
you would have had no reason to go north whatsoever, and that's the opposite of what I wanted. So
Yeah.
we'll just
pretend.
ignore that little paragraph at the bottom.
You're the
about it.
DM. Your choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's already a special locate object or creature. Or whatever.
Exactly. It's on a sword from someone very strong, and a dragon wants it. So you know what? Rules be damned.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A dragon wants it. What?
I was about to say, what right?
Big 5-headed one?
The big 5-headed one, doesn't Tiamat want it? Because if you have the sword, you rule the place that Tiamat wants to rule.
I mean, maybe
Right.
if she knew about it, but I don't think, like, you don't know if she knows about it.
That's
Honestly,
true.
I'm
We
pretty
did
sure
Okay, I
Tiamat-
guess fair.
I'm pretty sure her whole motivation is not being in hell anymore.
Well, she still wants to rule over it, I'm guessing.
I mean, if you were a god, if you were a dragon god too, you want to rule over everything, wouldn't you?
Exactly. So I'm pretty
What?
sure if Tiamat knew that's what the sword did, or if, Tiamat would
What?
probably want the sword. It's also a
What
dragon,
Tiamat
tiny.
wants is irrelevant.
Yeah.
I want to keep far away from her, and therefore I never want to know what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
We need to focus on once we know what direction and how far away.
Well,
What is
here's
our-
the thing: how fast can we move around the city? Because say the target is on the other side of the city from us. I don't think we'll be able to get there on foot in an hour. We'll probably need to take a pod.
I mean, it sounds like eventually we're just going to need to take a pod anyway.
How many of us can fit in a pod?
I mean, it's pretty spacious. It's like
Okay.
10-foot radius.
Alright, that's not too bad. It's like a large elevator.
And technically,
That would fit all of us.
Yeah, it's 6 people because I can just be inside one of you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, what do we do? Do we do the pod now, or at the same time, or after?
We have no clue where to take the pod.
Or
This
how
is
to get outside, really.
Well, I just mean... Well, I mean... Okay, wait, so this... I'm confused. Does this room... This apartment doesn't have a door?
It has a door out into the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we go into the hallway to get... Yeah, okay, so we can get out if we... And then we can get out of the apartment if a pod shows up and opens the door, right?
Or you can call a pod, yeah.
Yeah, if call a pod shows up, door opens,
From
get
the
pod,
hallway,
go.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, no, we can still get out of the room.
Yeah, we're good.
I think we should still try calling the pod first, because if we try calling the pod and the pod doesn't show up, then we don't want to be burning time on locating whoever it is we're locating. Trying to figure out the way to get out.
Yeah, we would rather be moving somewhere and then know a direction and place to go.
Because worst case, we can always just tell the pod to go back to wherever we were. Amity, Vanya. That place with the lobster.
That's true, yeah. We know of a couple of places.
So yeah, we can just go to a place, and then worst case scenario, we can just hop out of the pod and then go where we need to go.
I like lobster.
It was red and glowing. The
Well,
sign had the little pincers were moving. It was very cute.
I
Well,
just
and once
love that
we-
this place has... Love that canonically there's a red lobster here.
How it is now.
Well, and once we get to a place where there's, like, more people, we hopefully won't stand out as much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as long as we do nothing to stand out, we shouldn't stand out at all. Aor, from what I remember last time we were here, seemed to be pretty various in peoples.
Yeah, diverse in population.
I think so, at least from what I saw.
You know, I don't think I wrote down the name of the fantasy red lobster.
It's red lobster.
It's just red lobster. Or it's just gonna be lobster, comma, red. Fancy.
Ooh.
I wrote down the name of all of the other places.
Or you know what?
that
We'll call it red crustacean.
Just
It's red
Legally-
crustacean.
to be legally distinct.
It's the red crustacean now and forevermore.
How do we call a
No.
pod?
Call it the Crimson Crustacean, because red is
Yeah.
still too symbolic over it.
Well, and you can't turn down a good alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson crustacean it is. You sold me.
Turns out it's not even a lobster, it's just a badly drawn kraken, the Crimson Kraken.
What's that thing
Joe-
that's super close to a lobster? Crawfish? Crayfish?
Crawfish, yeah.
Crawfish.
Yeah.
We've gotten so wildly off topic. Alright, moving on.
We have Joe brings up a good question in chat. Are any nice tattoos with our number on them back? Just by any stretch of the imagination.
They are not.
Dang.
I was just
Unfortunate.
curious.
No, it was an excellent question that I did also to.
I remember
Uh,
you guys asking that last time, and no, they are not back.
Yeah.
Before we weren't in the city.
Right,
Fair.
I know. I remember
oh.
deciding last time that they were not going to be back.
Okay.
There's also the option that, say we call a pod and for whatever reason a pod doesn't show up. I don't want to do it, but we could always use somebody in this apartment block to call a pod if we had to.
You could try to Does a pod count as a creature?
I don't think I can possess a pod, no.
Oh.
It's not a creature, it's an object.
We've already tried the ghost in the machine angle.
Yeah,
I think we should try it anyway.
it didn't work well for the ship.
Good
Don't
try.
you remember?
Although technically Rowan this session has become a ghost in a machine.
I did. I
Exactly.
became a ghost in a, well,
Construct.
a living machine. A ghost in a construct, yeah.
We're so far off track.
Yeah.
Amity,
It
you
might
want to
be
go
because
try and
of
call a
title.
pod?
I want to try to call
We
a pod.
can. Do we know? I mean, I know the lobster place.
We have
You
the
have-
lobster place. We have the Newt's Eye. We know
I have
of
my
the gem
parents'
cutters.
house.
You have your parents' house. We know of the Gem Cutters Guild, and we know of the Arcane Repository, and the Department of Acquisitions. But I do not remember anything about that place. So
Do you want to go check on your parents? Didn't your mom not answer when you sent her a message?
Something was blocked. I don't think she was blocking me. It was just blocked. I don't know.
Well, I guess, yeah, okay. Alright, so pod, locate, go. Yes?
All right. So in the dead of night, you guys leave the apartment.
Wait, we need to wait until Chilk's thing is able to be
Oh,
used
okay.
again. Yeah,
All right. So
we
you
were
guys,
just planning.
you guys wait several hours, and eventually, Shilk, you get like a little mental ting letting you know that your ability is back with the sword.
The ability you've been waiting for has been recharged.
Yeah, you've just been staring at the corner, like the corner of your vision for the cooldown to end on it.
Fucking finally!
Before Amity goes out in the hallway, if I like listen, do I hear anyone in the hallway?
Make a perception check.
Killing it.
Uh,
13s all day.
And you're not going through the door, right? You're just listening.
No,
to
I've just want to listen. Yeah.
Okay. Then you hear a muffled whirring sound.
Is there just like a Roomba? This place is technically supposed to be empty, so 1 second. I'll go invisible and go through the wall.
Okay, you go invisible, go through the wall.
There's just vacuum.
And you weren't far off. There is a construct that seems to be going down the hallway, cleaning the hallway.
Is it going towards
It is.
the pod?
It's not. It is not going towards the pod. It is moving away from you.
Okay. Does it have a lot of hallway to go by the looks of it?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like, it's a construct, like it's a creature that's vacuuming?
Yeah. I mean, like, it kind of looks like a Star Wars droid in its
Okay.
design, but like it's got like little like like street sweeper things that it's moving down, like little spinny
Okay.
street sweeper things that it's cleaning the hallway floor with.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't look like it's coming our way, I'll go back in and I'll stay invisible this time for my full hour. There's someone in the hallway. They're cleaning, but they're going the other direction. So I think if we want to go, probably now is our best chance.
Yeah, let's go.
Should we wait and see if the pod even shows up first before we all leave this apartment? How far away are we from where the pod docks?
Say like 3 doors down, so you're like a good like 40 feet away.
Oh, easy peasy. Okay, Amity, you go call the pod. I'll stand here. If the pod shows up, I'll let everyone else know, and then we into the pod.
Okay. I will do my best to go call a pod.
All right. You go to the door, and you hit the call pod button, and you watch as a pod appears. A couple seconds later, as literally a pod just came down from like the next floor up. It just and it's right there.
Oh, okay. I'll just do a thumbs up if they can see it.
I mean, I can see it. I'm just invisible. You
I'll
just
do a
can't see
thumbs up
me.
for Rowan.
All right. I poke my head through the door. No one can see me, and I go, all good. Let's go.
Go.
We go.
All right. So
I
you
just
all,
keep an eye on the construct as everyone else is leaving the
Yeah.
room.
if it notices you, it doesn't seem to care as you all make your way towards the pod.
Sick. Great.
All right. As you all get into the pod and the doors close, a chime comes in, and it says, "Boom." Thank you, Josh. It says, "Please scan your identification card."
Fuck.
I knew
I
it.
needed to do
I
this last
knew
time.
it.
No,
Yeah.
that's new.
Rowan, try to
But I guess-
possess it.
I guess that makes sense if they have people that they know are on the run.
Is the
and-
pod a creature?
You don't know.
Try it.
Oh god. I don't want everyone in
This
here
is
when I
gonna
try
be
and possess
going
the
so
pod.
bad.
No, just do it. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Even then, I can't convince the pod to let us. I guess I convinced the pod. I guess I can.
You
If the
can
pod,
make it
I
run.
can make it dash. That's true. Do you guys want me to try while I'm in here,
Yes.
while you're all in here, or do you want to get out?
No.
No, I think we need to be in here because if
Just
something. Yeah, because if it does start to move, we need to
Alright.
go with it.
Can I try and possess the pod?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please.
You try to possess the pod. You kind of look for like an access port. Like you kind of like go over to like the little scanner that is asking you to put your identification card. And you as you try to possess the pod, it does not work because it's not a creature.
Oh.
Okay. Stay here, and I'm gonna go to the. Did we hear our neighbor moving around at all this morning?
Oh yeah, I guess it had. You guys waited until morning. You would have heard some movement. Yes.
Okay. Wait, shit, I'm a ghost. I can't actually grab anything.
Oh.
Shit, I forgot about this part. I can't actually hold things.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, she's not. She's
No,
not
I-
the poltergeist. She can't.
I'm
grab
not
stuff.
poltergeist. I can't
Just
actually
possess
hold
him,
things.
bring the card outside, then take it back.
You can't even nudge stuff slightly off center.
We saw how that worked on the ship.
Yeah.
The paper went flying and got destroyed.
Question, Mike.
What's up?
Could I use if I turn my hand into like when it becomes a claw when I attack? Could I use that to like hook something
Oh no.
without hitting something? Not like to attack, but just to like shing and move something.
No, but you could
Damn it.
attack something with it.
God damn it.
Fuck! Why didn't I go poltergeist? Shit! I didn't think we were gonna come to Aor. Thought we were gonna fight some bitch in a cave.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been able to possess the robot if you were poltergeist.
It's true.
No, it doesn't make changes to possession like that.
Oh.
I have the ability to like move things like with my mind, basically, like telepathy in a sense.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to possess the robot.
No, I could have
Really?
still possessed the robot earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
okay.
I still have possession. Possession doesn't come from my subclass. It comes
Yeah,
from my...
that's a base class ability.
that's base class ability. Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, but yeah. Well,
Looks like you gotta steal a card from somewhere.
yeah, somebody needs to steal a card. That construct on the hall probably has one.
Okay.
But I
Wait.
can't. I can go into the person, but I can't control the card.
Is the construct down a hall the creature?
Yes, I can
Please
possess.
scan your identification card.
I can
Everybody get
take
out of
over
the pod.
them.
We should get
I
out of the
can't.
pot.
We all get out of the pot.
Get out of the pod. We're going back into my apartment. Come on.
As you guys go to leave the pod, you find that the doors don't open.
Oh god. Rowan, go get the thing.
I can't. I don't go. Jesus Christ! I can only control the person. I can't make them. I can make them attack. I can make them dash. I can make them dodge.
Make the card a throwing star and throw it at the pot.
Is there a manual open button?
Make an investigation check.
Alright.
Oh my god, this is
Well,
sad.
while Amity is looking around, what if we just told it that we lost our identification card and we need to go get a new one?
We lost our
That's-
card. Can we get a new one?
Knock it
I
off!
was
That
screaming
covers
out
our
loud.
Oh, it's too late. That cat is out of the bag.
So Amity, you find a emergency door open button, and as you find that, Sokka speaks out about how they lost their card and they need a new one. The kind of like the access panel changes from a scanner to like to like a virtual keyboard. And it says, please enter your citizen identification number.
Fuck. Those.
Help! I don't remember my number.
Saga, wait!
Oh god.
Please enter your citizen identification name.
Oh,
Like,
Amity.
Ooh. I don't know if I'm a citizen here technically, but I have my parents' credentials.
Your body comes from here. I'm sure you're a citizen.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's true. Alright. I'll type in my name, and I'll click enter.
All right. You type in your name and you click enter.
Oh no.
The screen changes, and it says your citizen registration has been called into question and is currently under investigation. The authorities have been notified. Please remain in the pod while you are transported to.
I slammed the emergency open button.
The emergency open button does not work.
Damn it.
Should-
That's so
should-
dangerous.
Amity,
Hey,
you
should-
teleport us anywhere we've already been. Why don't we just
Oh,
go
yes.
Yeah.
to go to your parents?
Teleport us back.
Okay.
Oh,
Teleport us back to the ship. Start again tomorrow after we make a better plan.
I think going to my parents' house would be pretty funny.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Hop
but
into
the
the-
hard, no, I think that the hard reset's a better idea.
Amity has control.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
this is all you. You get to pick where we go.
I cast locate creature.
Yes.
Oh no.
Cat.
You cast locate creature, and you sense your target. They are near the center of the city, and from what you can tell, they seem to be underground, subterranean.
I was about to say, if they show up in that room next to where we were just at,
We're neighbors.
Just killing
That
some
would've been
random man.
hilarious.
Amazing.
you sense the object 30 feet to your right. What?
It's actually in the pod with you.
And
You
just for
guys also
reference-
notice that the pod has disconnected from the building and is starting to make its way towards one of the towers.
Teleport.
Should have done your parents' credentials.
Emily, where are we going?
Yeah, I should have. Just for reference, how far away is my parents' house from that locate creature?
It's in a different part of the city.
What about
Okay.
any of the shops that we had gone to?
Also different part of the city. Like all like the shops you guys went to, your parents' apartment, they were all kind of like not on like the outer rim of the city, but kind of like if you think about the city like in like a think of it like a pizza, and it's like you were in like more the outer ring. Well, not like an inner ring. I'm having a hard time describing this. Okay. So, like the 3 towers that are in the middle, think of that at like the center of like a target. And then there's like 3 more rings of buildings around that center. Your parents' house was in like the middle ring. Not the inner ring, not the center, not the outer ring. It's like the middle ring. And then the shops that you guys went to, like the magic item place. I forgot what I called it. That was in the inner ring, but the rest of the shops you went to was the middle ring. If that makes sense.
Where did we drop in relation to the middle of the city? Because I'm guessing we probably would have seen it as we were flying overhead.
So you dropped next to one of the destruction sites, which would have put you not quite on the outer ring, so like in the middle ring, but like on the edge of like right on the edge of going into the outer ring.
Okay, and we need to get to the center, you said?
The
Okay.
center subterranean is where Shilk's target is. That's where he senses them.
Okay, so going to the
Hard reset, skydive into
And
the
then
center
and then
of
the pod
city.
is taking you to one of the 3 towers that's in the center of the city.
Oh,
Oh,
where
do we just follow the pod? Do we just stick with the pod?
Stay in the pod. Wait, can we all go invisible again? We'll just an empty
The pod
pod.
opens and we just burst out. Like...
We'll just all run.
Can we see out the pod? Does the pod have windows?
You would know that the pod, the walls of the pod are usually see-through, but currently they have become opaque, so you cannot see outside the pod.
Unfortunate.
I think-
Unfortunate indeed.
Last question. Amity should not teleport to here, but in relation to where Amity's dad took her, where he's doing his work.
Right, the biodome.
The biodome.
That was in the inner ring.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
I
but
would go there.
if these are all for super magic-y, wizardy people, what if pod stops teleport?
That's a very valid concern.
I mean, always just try. We're just
I'm sorry, what are we
floating off
trying?
to a tower.
I don't know what we're doing anymore. The tower gets us closer anyway. I think we tower break out of
thinking
this tower.
I'm saying ship.
We don't even know if the ship is safe. The ship could be compromised.
I'm just gonna go to my parents' house, you guys.
Okay.
I mean, you're teleporting, it's all you, girly.
Yep, that's where we're going.
None of us can stop you,
cast
really.
it. You can do a counterspell on me if you want, but I'm gonna cast it.
I think we've already discovered that none of us have counterspell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't think anyone has counter.
I guess does.
No, he
No,
does
Gesh
not.
doesn't.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
Gesh
Nobody
doesn't.
has it. I'm like agreeing with that. I do not have counterspell.
Well, shit. All right.
Yep. All right, off to
That's a good-
Amity's house, parents' house we go.
Yeah, so let's see here. Hold on. Let me bring up this phone. Alright. I'd say you're pretty familiar. Well, actually you're only there for one night, so that might be seen casually. I'd say seen casually. You were only there for one night. So yeah, go ahead and roll a D100 for me for your teleport spell.
All right.
And I hope, is everybody willing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of have to be, or else you're going to be in the pod.
We're willing to get out of here.
Yeah.
That's as willing
All
as
right.
we're going to be.
Very
seen
willing.
Casually, 73 on target. All right, yeah, you successfully
Nice.
Nice.
There you go.
teleport out of the pod to your parents' house. Feel a sucking kind of sensation in like the bottom of your stomach. The usual feeling you get.
How does it feel being teleported if I'm inside Vanya? It must be really weird.
Oh, that is weird. I don't want to go into that. Okay.
Let's just hope she actually does get teleported, not just left in the fucking thing.
All right. You all leave the pod, and you find yourselves standing in a homey-looking apartment. You can see, as you look around, signs of a struggle,
Oh.
and the fallen remains of the Warforged robot maid that that Amity's family had. I don't remember what name I gave her.
Was that Gormanda?
Yes, Gormanda. Thank you. Yeah,
Hey.
Gormanda is dead on the ground.
Aw.
Oh no.
Parents nowhere to be seen.
What if
Well,
Maybe their citizenship got called into question as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Looking
what I was
around,
thinking.
how long ago does this conflict seem to have been?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
I would help with that.
I'll roll two of them then.
Yep. So yeah, with a 26, seems like it was a few days ago.
can I look around for anything of note?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
I relay that it seems like it was a few days ago, so even before we were here. A few days ago.
Right around the time of the terrorist attack.
Say, would that have been around the time of when Dad's creature attacked us?
You know, that seems to line up just perfectly.
I state that Vanya found the brain cell and states that she put these things together.
Brain cell acquired.
Yeah, Amity. You don't. I mean, it looks like there was a struggle. You're able to deduce that Gormanda was killed by whoever entered the home. The house wasn't broken into, so whoever entered were either let in or had a way into the house.
Or knew somebody. Yeah.
Or knew somebody in the house. Yep. You don't find any blood or anything. Just looks like someone was taken.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least, hopefully, we're safe here for the time being. But they might come here first, so.
Well, we know we can't use the pods now.
Nope.
I don't know what we do next, guys.
How far are we from the middle of the city?
Oh, this would be the middle ring, so still a bit of a ways.
What's a bit of a ways?
Like, let's see, I'd say like a few miles, like 3 to 5 miles. 'Cause it's a pretty big city. You guys are in the middle ring. There's the whole inner ring you have to go through to get to the center.
Locate creature would still be up, right? For shelter.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it will still be up for like the next 59 minutes.
Okay. Whereabouts is the target now, roughly?
Same place.
Okay.
All right.
There's like small fluctuations like in the distance to make you think they're moving, but they're not moving fast.
Or they could just be like staying in the same spot, just
Right,
moving
they could just
around.
be moving around the place where they're at. Exactly.
Amity's parents' place has windows, right?
That is correct. They do have windows overlooking the cityscape. And actually, you would notice, Amity, you would have also seen this with your investigation check. there does seem to be a illusory light over the windows that it's hard to read because it's facing outward, so it's backwards. But with Amity's high investigation check, she'd be able to read backwards. It basically says restricted area, do not enter.
Great.
All right.
We're in a crime scene.
Of course we are.
Could be worse.
Could it?
We could still be in that pod, so yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we have to get beneath ground anyway? So maybe we just try to get to ground and then find like
The only way to get to
sewer or
ground
something.
is to get to the middle.
Yeah.
That's the only place where ground exists.
Oh,
Everything else is just buildings. We can get to the lower buildings, but
well, even that would probably be better.
You said it was what, 5 miles?
3 to 5 miles.
Can we cover 3 to 5 miles in an hour?
Possibly if you guys move fast in a straight line.
We'd still have to go through like rooftop, wouldn't we?
Yeah. So that's gonna slow your speed, having to move across icy rooftops.
people fly around the city all the time. Flying people aren't, I don't think, are strange or out of the ordinary. Can't we just fly? There are people flying around on all sorts of things.
Do you have
We
another
can't fly.
means of do you have another means of flight that we don't know about?
The spell fly?
The spell fly only lasts 10 minutes.
Well, it gets us somewhere.
Let's hijack it.
We do still have one stick. I just don't remember who has it. We didn't clarify that, I don't think, last week.
Well, and I think a strange flying contraption might draw a little too much attention.
Let's steal a
Weren't
carpet.
there people flying around on like carpets and brooms and like all sorts of things outside?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, people have seen carpets and brooms before. This would be something new.
You could just
don't
say
wanna
it's a
drive-
prototype.
Yeah, it's just an invention. Coming to the market soon. Stay tuned.
Yeah, patent pending.
We don't know how well they keep track of things like that. So what if we say that it's a new invention and they start asking questions?
I don't think someone's gonna pull us over in the middle of the sky and be like, "Hello, what is your stick?"
I mean,
You don't know that.
Stop looking at my dick, you creep.
Oh god.
Does anyone have a better idea, or are we just going to sit here at the crime scene?
Thinking.
I don't know.
there's like no ground at all.
No, there's just rooftops. The only place with ground is the middle.
Plaza.
Yep, the middle.
Hey, does anybody know if those wanted people are still in town?
Mm-hmm.
I think not for sure, but I feel like based off of what little information we were given about them, their job is to be here and fuck shit up. So
We have no idea how to find them.
Not a clue.
Mm-mm. If we're lucky, they find us.
So you're saying there's a chance.
We could
Yeah.
just also create chaos.
I think we've been doing that since we got
I know. Might as well
Already?
just stop trying to be smart about it and let's just go steal some flying objects.
You know, we do have
We'll
a
steal that
flying
ship.
object that's, parked nearby.
Well, I mean,
No,
like,
we're not bringing that here.
yeah,
No.
like a broom or a carpet or a, I don't know, bird.
Sadly, I don't know if we're still if the verdict is out on whether or not I can do some spell shit.
What kind of spell shit?
I could at least summon a flying animal. Depends whether you want like winged bull, winged lion, Pegasus.
Okay. If we're not going to be using the sticks, I definitely think that a winged Pegasus or a winged bull might be that's attention in the city of, you know.
What about a dragon? That's low profile, right?
Yeah.
Watch her, you're not here.
Make it a fucking phoenix while we're at it. Jesus Christ.
Then I guess we just run
Just say
by
it's an
icy
option.
rooftop. We can't say no to every plan because we can't just stay
Exactly.
here.
Running across the
Yeah.
icy rooftops will be even more suspicious than if we're
Well,
flying like
you're
everybody
just
else.
saying a lot of no's, and I'm not
No,
hearing
I'm
any
saying we
ideas.
should fly. I'm saying that we should fly is what I'm saying.
But how?
I've
Because
given you.
we don't have a long enough time to fly with the spell,
We can at
and
least
we don't
fly
have a
part of the
contraption.
way.
And I don't think we can get everybody with fly, can we? I mean,
Well,
you're
Gesh can
fine,
fly,
Gesh is
I can
fine.
fly. And then
I
we have
can-
one stick. So that's 3 people. So then we'd only need 4 people?
I can cast it on 3 people.
Okay. I thought
Alright.
you were against the stick.
I can cast
idea.
fly on a few people too.
Can't the stick
Yeah.
carry 2?
The
Or
stick can also
one
have
extra?
2 people. Yeah. Because we used to fly double all the time. So we have enough to fly.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And flying seems to be the form of travel that everyone does in the city. So I think it'd be odd if we're running across rooftops. That stands out the most.
I agree. I thought you said no to the using the flying stick.
No, I
thing.
was the one who said using the flying stick.
Okay.
Okay, so
Does Amity's
Uh,
parents, did they maybe have anything here?
Oh yeah, loot that. Sorry,
Loot that.
Amity.
Wow.
I know.
I'm going
I
to
don't. They
assume
probably
that-
just fly.
Yeah.
Well,
And I would
that's
also
fair.
assume that if this place has been investigated as a crime scene, they've removed anything magical.
Well, I
No,
mean,
it'd be
maybe
stuck
things like
as part of the
brooms,
crime scene.
brooms and
Don't
carpets.
remove
are-
stuff from a crime scene.
I'm gonna look for something that can probably fly in the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna join Saga and see if there's anything in here that looks like any of the flying contraptions we've seen outside.
You know what? You know what? Actually, he was gonna find a corner and just stare at a wall. He's like, I don't want to. Nope.
Saga, you don't find anything
No, I didn't
flyable.
expect to. That's no. I find a carpet, but it's a regular carpet.
Yeah, just a regular carpet.
I also find a broom. It's a regular broom.
While they're
Oh.
doing this, I'm gonna start setting up the flying stick.
Oh,
Because I know
Alright.
that takes some time.
Fine,
Sounds
so is the
good.
brain
Sounds
cell right
good.
now. She's
Yeah.
hogging it.
Yeah.
It's rather rude.
All right. Axiom's in the corner. What's everybody else doing?
Can I try to figure out what happened here?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll join in on that.
All right, you have advantage.
Hey.
All right, better.
Nice.
Between the two of you, you're able to figure out that someone entered into the house without force and then tried to leave with someone against their will. The maid got in the way and was cut down, and the person that they were trying to take was taken. You get the sense that the person who came into the house possibly had the authority to do so, and so you think it was kind of like a lawful entry and seizure type thing, and then the house is just cordoned off after said seizure.
And possibly putting 2 and 2 together, you weren't able to contact your mom. Maybe she's being held in some sort of anti-magic prison at the moment. Maybe try contacting your dad.
Yeah, I could try that.
Well, didn't we also learn that Dad was the one that was orchestrating the killer monsters?
Yeah.
So maybe not the best idea. Say, hey, Dad, we're at the house. Where's Mom? Oopsies.
No, don't say anything about our location. Just say, hey. See if you
Like,
can
hey,
get any response.
I mean, they already know I'm here.
This is
I
Mhm.
tried to
true.
get by.
and it'd be like killing monster on the way to pick you up by force.
I mean, I could always just get captured.
That sounds like a
Uh,
bad idea.
That's not what we want.
I mean, they'll probably put me wherever they put, assumingly my mom, and maybe even Nomad.
We have no way of getting in contact with you if that happens.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
no
if they're
guarantee that we can even get you out.
I mean, I
Mhm.
can go with her.
And sadly, if I
And-
wanted to contact you telepathically, it would only last for a minute.
I don't think anybody getting intentionally arrested is the right move.
I hate to say it, as much as I like law, getting arrested is not the plan here.
It should also be all or none. I think.
I hate to say it, but Saga's got a point.
Seeing how Axiom and Gesh are really the only people not doing anything right now, I'll have both of you roll perception checks for me.
Alright. Just normal?
Nice. Yes, just normal.
Alright. 22 and a nat 1.
Yep. So Gesh
Sounds
doesn't
alright.
notice this, but Axiom, from your advantageous spot by the in the corner of the room, I'll assume it's the corner next to the window.
Yeah.
You notice drifting towards your current location, another one of those blimp airships.
Guys, I proceed to, like, I just telepathically throw and by instinct, just, like, give her the information.
And I think with that blimp getting close and closer to you guys, I think that is a
That's where
good
we're gonna
spot
end
to
it
end
tonight.
it, because scheduling. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Ah!
I knew it was a bad idea coming here. I knew it.
Blip.
Mhm.
But on that note, I'm going to end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Good night.
Mhm.